Hello. Welcome to TCH Monday's 2-5 stream game. 2K match the stack, and it's going to be some fireworks. We got a couple of players that are really going to push the action here. I'm Dante Poker, and I'm here with
Kyle Frisbee.
Kyle Frisbee. I like that last name, Frisbee. Do you have a Frisbee? Do you throw
I have a Frisbee. I have one of the original Frisbees, actually.
I remember Frisbees in the 70s. I'm much older than you, though. All right. Okay, so we're already off to the action. As everybody knows, we are starting our stream off with a bomb pot. And, of course, I think a lot of people know what bomb pots are, but just to kind of go over them really quick. Bomb pots are a Pilo, double board, no pre-flop action. So can't put anybody on any hands. And I say this all the time. If you have the nuts on the flop, you're not going to have the nuts on the river.
Very unlikely to stay.
Yeah, so, and we're off. We're going to kind of go over the players here for a little bit. We do have another player joining us, but he is involved in on another table right now. He's just out there. And then we have Sam as well. We had a couple players. There shouldn't have been any traffic, but
Yeah,
it's a holiday, right?
it is a holiday.
It's a holiday.
Traffic
Yeah, so
here,
we might be down a player or two, but we did get Sam over from another table, and we have another player. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if that's his name going to be on there. I always get in trouble by calling him by their real name.
Not by their alias.
Yeah, not by whatever he wants to put on there. But I guarantee he will be the biggest action on the table, and that's with Prestige on the table as well. So there's always a misconception with Prestige. They think he's really action, but he's not. He just wants to play a lot of hands.
Yeah, plays a lot of
he
hands,
plays
aggressively.
His VPIP is 70-80%, and if you're weak, he's going to capitalize on that. So we are off and running here. Got a couple of pros here. Caleb's here right now. He's a very skilled player. We got
Optimize a regular.
Optimize, yeah. He's so regular. He's got his own plaque that says Optimize.
Yep.
Has a card protector. There's me with a yellow shirt.
Oh, there's me in the background.
Yeah, we're 15 minutes behind or so. So not or so exactly. And then we've got I think he's going by Mr. T here in seat 8 that I recognize. And we're off to the bomb pots here. We're down to 3 players here. And Tyler's going to win with a 3 and a set of 4s with the flush on board. So rarity at times, but no one had anything on that. So just going to drag the first pot here. So good for him. I know Tyler is familiar with all these other players and people in the room. I personally don't really know him. I heard he was a really good player, though, so I'm excited to see that. And here we go. Prestige now is following Optimize's suit with his own little Prestige plaque. So
we have a Prestige plaque.
We have a Prestige plaque. I actually think he's had that before. I've seen it before. So.
Next time I'd like to have a good photo.
A Frisbee.
Maybe it should just be a Frisbee.
A Frisbee.
Well, my name when I play is Whammo, so being from the 70s, you should know that was the original.
Oh, that was the name.
Yeah. That's why I go by that, yeah.
All right, so we have Barber here as well. Seat 6. He looks familiar to me. He's got a 1-gapper here. I love 6-4 suited.
I've played with Barber a few times.
Yeah.
He's a really intelligent player. I've never seen him play on a stream, just played with him. So
yeah, I've played with him.
Very interested to see what he looks like from this side.
What kind of hands he's playing?
Yes. Might learn a thing or two, actually.
Okay, that is not the flop anybody liked, and I believe the queen high is ahead here by Catboy. Interesting name.
That is an interesting name.
All right, so Barber's going to pick up 2 pair with an ace kicker, which is actually pretty nice. He improves to a full house, so I'd like to see Barber get just a smidge value, but what's really going to call, right?
Value.
Who's going to call? King high? I mean, that
he does bet 10 and wins 12.
Yeah, that was just...
We promised the stakes will get higher. 12 will probably be the smallest pot of the day.
We get the chat going here. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. So we got Rena. I saw earlier. Frank's here. How are you? Streamlabs in the building. David. We got James. That's actually my first name. Did you know that?
I did not.
David. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
David
said
Dante.
James was your.
Oh, no,
I knew your first
You're
name was
like-
David, but I thought you were saying it was James David Dante. Barber with a pair of snowmen.
Probably going to bump. He does bump it up. It's pretty good sizing. A little tad over 3x. Might have gone a little higher because Prestige is never folding. An ace and a Broadway there. Broad opportunity for.
I think he's kidding because I've already,
Are still
I've already
good.
teased him. I've already said.
It's not a bad flop for Barber. He does have one over.
Could be interesting here if Prestige hangs on to bluff the river, given he has the ace of spades. It's kind of more of an advanced move, but he
Doesn't need
spikes
to
top
now,
pair on
yeah.
the
I
turn.
haven't started reading my book though. I'm about to start.
Nice turn for
I need
Prestige.
to read this weekend.
Probably going to be a small bet here because he knows he's Prestige knows he's ahead. So he bets 30. I didn't think that small, but
He went very small.
It's come 30. It's going to bring Tyler would have called anything. That's why I like the bigger bet, right?
Well,
There's a draw out there. There's two draws, the flush draw and the straight draw, which Tyler has. He would have probably called 100. Got a little bit more value because if he misses, he's not going to get. Not going to get anything.
That's a disciplined fold by Barber as well.
I think he calls if C1 doesn't call.
I agree.
Yeah.
I saw it.
And Tyler's like, yes.
Trip tens.
I think Prestige needs a check here. He's really strong holdings. Not a lot. There's nothing that really beats him that Tyler should have. He's not going to have pocket nines here.
It's going to be a bet and a very fast fold.
Yeah, I would have. I think a check. It would have might have induced a little bluffy there, but can't argue with a little profit. Nice profit there for Prestige, and he's on a roll. We've seen Prestige go on rolls early on. So
He can build a big stack very quickly. Can also go the other direction, but he's the type of player that, gets paid with his big hands typically because of his aggression. So tough player to play against.
all right, we have a comment. Shuffler, same cards come out a lot. I think that's just the variance part. We don't have shufflers here, well, anywhere in Texas, really. The maintenance alone, I mean, I've asked that question, too, when I first started playing. The maintenance alone is troublesome. So the opt for the, that's why we have great dealers. Probably do lose a few hands an hour
Barber, I think you saw
without the shuffler.
since I last saw you.
I did. Yeah.
Experienced dealers are very quick at it, though.
You got it like a day after you. I was gonna get it.
Optimize is here. He wins this pot here, very small profit, and he is sporting his Adidas wear, so it's always good
It
to
is
see.
kind of his uniform. At some point, I'm going to ask him about it, but
It's too much.
yeah, it is.
Completely. And you took
I'm
it.
going to ask him if he's sponsored by Adidas on the stream.
They pay for his buy-in.
That would be a sweet gig.
All right, we have the double straddle on. I know I talked to some of these players earlier, and they're looking to kind of make this a big game here. So we're looking at 10-20 right now, and we have Sam has finally joined us on the table here. I wasn't expecting to play tonight, so glad he joined. He's only going to be here for a half hour though, so to get it all started. He's going to limp in under the gun. I'll be honest, Sam. That might be the weakest play you can do.
All right, guys. I like Preston.
But it's going to work out for him here.
This whole stream to go by with his name being Prestige.
Is that what it says?
Prestige.
10 in the window.
Yeah, he's going to get out flopped here.
Punished for the limp.
Yeah. So we got Rena saying Prestige is misspelled.
Did notice that.
We'll see. I don't know if we can fix that.
I think we can fix it.
I think it was fixed. We're like I said, we're 15 minutes behind. So, oh, you're right. There it is.
And there it's fixed.
Magic.
There we go. Tell him I said.
Prestige.
Yeah.
That's not bad either. So.
You got cats?
No.
No. That's
Sure, yeah, I do, yeah.
That's what I say. I got
I hate
cats.
cats.
while we're shuffling, I'm going to give a little shout out to my cousin Jeff. He said he's going to watch turn 50 this weekend. So, Jeff, hope you enjoy the poker action.
Well, I am still older than your cousin.
Now he's like 19 pounds.
He's almost exactly 10 years older than me.
12 pounders in charge.
Makes it easy to keep track of.
Oh, the smaller one.
Barber with
The female.
trays.
He's going to limp in with good position. That's going to
Oh, do that.
make Prestige comfortable limping in with the button.
That's what they call it. That
Just not.
Yeah, yeah.
for her.
We're going to get limps all the way around. We are on the straddle here.
Yeah, there he is.
So who knows who has the best hand at this point, which is now Tyler.
There is
It's the second time he's flopped top pair here in a row.
I'm the only one that can
kicker,
judge it. Everybody
but-
else gets his stat,
Yeah.
batted at.
Probably figures to be the best hand in his mind.
He chose you.
Optimite does have a pair.
She's the
That ace is not going to be liked by anybody. So this is going to be,
Check her.
yeah, this is probably going to be jam.
She's got Taurus.
better
Also
six.
sassy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Not enough money out there really to bluff that.
I've gone on a trip for more than 3 days. Man, I just go change the pillowcase.
Fireworks.
She will sit on my pillowcase.
It's so tempting to represent the ace in those scenarios, but if you throw 20 out there and get called by second pair, you
Probably have to make it bigger. And
just burned it.
you're going multi-way, right?
Yeah.
Someone with a weak ace.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's her now. Most definitely. She thinks he's that.
She's just mad at you, you think. Like, she's mad at you, you leave. How long? Wait, you're gone for how long? For the weekend or?
No, 3 or 4 days. If I'm gone for a couple of
Showing PFR right now, that's just percentage of pre-flop raises by each player. So good way to track the aggression. VPIP, another statistical show, which is how often a player voluntarily enters a pot. So that would include limping. PFR is
That
raising.
we left the cats alone. I'm like, really? She's worried about the cats the whole time. There's no point.
See family, get blessings, whatever. They send out.
What's my BFIP?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
0%.
We're gonna be on like 4 days.
Prestige, going to look to bump this up, I would think.
Well, at least actually.
Again, he does limp a lot of pots once he flops, so this is a pretty strong holding. There's no money in the pot, so he's going to try to build it up here. And it almost looks like a squeeze.
Exactly.
It looks like
He
he's trying
knows
to
his
take up
image, so
lines.
he's likely to get played back at by a little less. But
Oh!
and optimize. So this is excellent because Prestige knows Optimize would have it in his playbook to re-raise that sort of open in the cutoff like that,
Yeah, and
just to squeeze.
Optimize could have 100% of hands here. They could have anything. And Prestige is
we
actually
go.
really strong here. So we got the name plaques going against each other.
Yeah. Very safe flop for Optimize.
It's not a bad flop for Prestige as well.
She looks like she's spicy, man.
Pretty eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Quick call.
The way this hand is played, either player could have a 5 in this
Oh, there's a joke in
scenario here.
Optimize hates that turn.
Look at the disappointment.
Yes.
He's going to have to continue betting, though. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
he's going to, and his opponent bets, and he's really in a lot of trouble here.
Actually, that's so funny. My
That's
tour
probably gonna do it.
Like me at all.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me that she's my girlfriend's cat. So.
First relatively large pot
Saying
goes to
he had,
Optimize.
yeah, Optimize is saying, I had King 10.
It's a bomb pot, I think. Don't we just do dealer change or something?
Ace queen.
Every 30 minutes.
Did you do anything for, I didn't even know it was a holiday until this morning.
Yeah, this one always kind of sneaks up on me. Did a couple small things over the weekend, but nothing much today. Just looking forward to this.
Oh, it's my straddle. It's the only way I'm going to play a hand.
You said Costa Rica?
No, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Something's better than that.
Hell yeah.
I'm done straddling. It's my last one.
That lasted for 6 months. So I was traveling without her.
Optimize raising his suited connector, 9-10 hearts, Tyler with a pair of sixes, hoping to hit a set here.
Did you actually say it?
I was thinking about it.
Just check. Otherwise, you're gonna back it.
And he does, but that board is really connected. That gives a gut shot with top pair for optimize.
Cowboy has king high
Diamonds,
flush
yeah.
draw.
So, everybody's in this.
Everybody's
hand.
got a piece.
They wisely.
Tyler
Oh,
ahead.
it goes check all the way around. That's.
I bet there will be
This is
some
where
bets
Tyler
here.
start betting now. You want to get the money when the flush draw is there, obviously.
I like that size. 90 into 125.
And also, Catboy has a gutter too to a straight as well. I didn't see that.
Just gonna flat.
So a 7 or a diamond, and of course optimize. Also will have, if he hits a 7, we'll have a better straight.
Oh
There's
wow,
a boat,
full
yeah.
house for Tyler. Problem is everyone else missed except for optimize hanging on to top pair.
Yeah, I would like to see Tyler make this look like a bluff, like the flush draw missed. Somewhere
He
around that-
went full
yeah,
pot.
full pot, even a little over.
Yeah, it could look bluffy.
Yeah, I was like, I bet my flush draw. He's gonna go a little. It's still a good size.
375. It's almost full
Is it
pot.
375? Oh yeah,
I think
is.
it
I
was,
thought
yeah.
275. Yeah. That is a tough spot for optimize.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out if he missed diamonds or a straight.
You don't expect your opponent to have a 4 in that spot, so you can take that out.
Not
Could
worried
have a
about
better 10.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one might be the.
Oh, he does. He does call.
Tyler's
Yeah.
like, kiss mine.
Hi, Sam.
I told him
Well,
pocket jacks.
probably max value for Tyler.
Pocket jacks.
Yeah, I
If
think.
he'd have bet the flop, he probably could have got a little more in there, but otherwise, he disguised the strength of his hand and got that call.
There you go, Tyler.
Uncle T. That's him.
Nice hand, you prick. Hey, Blake. I know you mean it. Must, no, it comes from the heart.
He means that with all the love in the world.
Yeah, dude. I mean, seriously, like, I love giving my chips to you. I love it. It's just so cool.
Naples? Is that like Naples, like Italy, or Naples, Florida?
Very different.
There's a Naples, Florida. It's a small coast. It's a
Oh,
small
yeah.
ocean. Yeah. I don't know any coast, but
Actually, can Blake have a
but looking at his name, Luigi, I'm thinking Italy.
That does sound like the real deal there.
That's awesome. Well, I don't recognize your name, so thank you for being here with us. Appreciate it.
Play, you ready for your pop quiz? It's a new school year.
A lot of good poker players from Italy. A friend of mine's from Italy. Plays a lot of high stakes here in the area.
Can I say his name? Pierre?
No, you can't say his name.
I've played with Pierre a bit. It's terrifying.
Yeah, he's
No, very good player.
he is.
75 correct?
All right, so we're going to a couple of spades for each player here. Yeah.
Prestige does not know it, but he really doesn't want to hit a flush. Wouldn't be surprised if Prestige makes a move, try to represent the king, given the way he's going to float.
Another spade would be interesting.
Another spade would be very interesting, yes.
7 bets, 130.
Yeah, so Prestige is going to represent the king here.
Yeah, check raise usually means you have it about 90% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really, and you know, what's going through Tyler's head is what other bets do I have to face going forward, you know, with my 10 and middling weak kicker. We'll see if Prestige empties the clip here.
I think I saw him just check here. I think, yeah, when you see a player who check raises you, he's not going to check, he's going to bet, which is smart. If you see a player check on the turn after they check raise you, they never have it.
Yeah. This is
Hey.
tough. He bet 350. I mean, Tyler's in a tough spot here. He's basically got to dig his heels in and say, I'm going to call this bet and whatever the river bet is.
Yeah, because if he does call, SPR is 1-to-1 for Prestige.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be a shove. And is he willing to risk $1,500?
Yep, and that works. Great play by Prestige because
You want to see?
You want to see it? It's always a bluff when they say, do you want to see it?
yeah.
That was well played. Now, I like the fact that he didn't check the turn. A lot of players would be discouraged. Well, I check raised and he called.
Yeah.
I know better.
He knew he didn't have a king because he'd probably gotten re-raised.
And in defense of Tyler there, I'm probably folding the hand as well because to call 350, you're really calling 1,400 basically, or
Yeah.
the rest of Prestige's stack. So it's pretty big call with just a pair of tens and a
Yeah,
nine
she's watching
kicker.
me right now. Yeah.
She's watching me right now.
Yeah, so be nice to me. Be nice to me, y'all. Wait, did I send her the link? I might have forgotten.
Mo the Cat, welcome. Rolled a 98.
Are we on the real channel today?
I've won. I've played this for like a year and a half since I've been doing it, and I've only won once. I'm the worst luck.
Oh yeah, you did.
I was like, oh, that's fun. I don't even have 10. I will check here. Prestige with his suited jack.
Just want to get up 0.0.
Yeah. I tried and I lost some money. I'm going back to my roots.
Optimize pair of four. We got several pairs. Tyler with sevens.
On the live stream.
Ace king for Catboy. We've got a lot of hands
I'm going to raise.
in this family pot. Probably going to get a raise here from Catboy.
Sorry, boys.
Is that binding?
5 raises.
Seems pretty serious about that.
6 rolls.
Player said I'm going to raise. I put out one chip. I'm not sure.
I have 7.
More on that.
Raise to 100. I expect Optimize and Tyler are definitely going to set mine.
I don't think Optimize will. That's
But it's
a tough one right there because sometimes when you hit your set, you could be up against another set.
behind.
They're call the floor. They're talking in the middle of the hand. Just multi-way action dealer.
Wow.
I actually don't mind to see the small pairs just fold that. Because you're
Play
going
that is 100.
to hit a set 1 out of 7.5 times, so
Because that makes a difference.
7 calls. 8 rolls.
He's calling. Yeah.
well, I thought it would be the other way around, but
Yeah. But multi-way, if you hit your set, I mean, your implied odds are so huge. But I know what you're saying.
and Tyler does
It's
call now.
likely
Yeah.
flushing $100. Everybody
No,
misses.
the Jack Prestige is
several
actually ahead here with
the-
Jack 6.
The worst pre-flop hand nails the flop.
5 bets.
Catboy with 2 overs and a gut shot, though.
Yeah, I mean, Catboy does have outs here, but that is not the flop he wanted to see. And multi-way. I keep talking about multi-way, but
When he's
Such
also
a big-
against the player that's
yeah.
going to put the most pressure on him as well.
and well, Prestige with 2 pair now, and Catboy now with the second nut flush draw. This could get a little interesting here. Plus, he has a combo. He has a combo draw, really. A queen or a diamond will get him the win here.
7 bets.
So, big bet here. I saw a $500. Oh, he says 250. Okay.
I've never seen Catboy play, but he might consider a jam, which actually.
I mean, he's
would put-
about 25% here. Something like that.
Okay, he's just going to call. Both are fine.
Big pot brewing here.
And he misses. Pretty brutal brick there for Catboy. He knows he's behind. Gives up.
This will be a bet fold here.
Yep. Really doesn't have fold equity if he comes over the
Yeah.
top. So there's,
And Prestige is such a small bet, too.
yeah,
He's really trying to get a pair to call here, over pair maybe, but
yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I like it because Prestige showed that bluff earlier. Remember? Kind of sounds the same.
He showed it.
He showed he showed
Yeah,
that hand, but
yeah.
before he showed
Yeah,
the
he showed the
4-6.
So now nobody knows. Yeah, is he bluffing? Does he have 2 pair?
Sam, you always laugh at me.
It's a good way to be, though. Very hard to play against.
What do you mean on the turn I was good?
5 add on 1,000.
What happened?
2,500. Someone have
I
2,500.
think Prestige is really targeting an overpair,
You have 25?
being that he was the pre-flop
Start
aggressor.
off with like
Maybe, maybe not. No one's really going
Okay,
to.
if I need to chip this,
He did c-bet that. So
I'm already giving everyone else my chips.
Oh, okay.
straddle is on.
So you already had it?
No double straddle for optimize.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fair. You can buy that on for 1,000. And you added on 2 Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah, then Blake added on.
I know we played a home game. What was it, like 2 weeks ago? Do you play a lot of home games yourself?
I don't actually. That was a kind of a rarity. Yeah. What about you?
Right now, I probably play a lot more home games than I don't really play as much here. Got some health stuff going on, but I enjoy the home games a lot, and I play for a variety of buy-ins.
Yeah.
what is it again?
Yeah. I know we both had a pretty good time in the last one when we played together.
Jacks, I just really wasn't feeling it.
Sam likes to limp a lot here.
Wait,
Like every hand.
no, he had, don't do it.
There's no way. He had
Set.
jack.
No,
So
no, no,
Uncle
yeah.
T is going to lead out with a 5 Dewey here. He will defend himself and say he is
I was
suited.
gonna
So there's that.
call river, but it felt very valuable.
So we've got some marginal hands here.
If you would have jammed,
Did you?
But it was
I did.
suited, yeah.
If you would have jammed, I would have called. But because he's not so small,
All right, so I see a gut shot and a pair for Prestige. Nothing for Uncle T. And Sam has looking at 3 overs, going multi-way.
It's
So
good when you have a middle pair and you're 92% equity on the flop.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got three cats.
Way ahead.
Well, three cats.
Actually has him drawing dead.
How many cats?
We try to get 3.
Actually, that shouldn't be true. A 3 should win it.
a 3 will win it, yeah.
Yeah. It's just looking at the percentages.
How many total do you have? Oh no, it's not one of those cat
We're up to 12 right now.
12 cats?
But here's the important part. We had more, but we recycle. Like if they get too old, we get a youngster.
Prestige is won 4
Then you
hands?
let all those eat the old
He is
Something like that.
running over the table
Not
early
big
on
pots,
here.
but
Got you a couple
You know
times.
Circle C? You know Circle C?
Yeah. We're not animals.
We drop them off there, hope for the best.
Well, I probably live out their life just fine.
You know, it's a nicer neighborhood. They're likely to get a good home. And
Someone will put out milk. Someone will put out milk for sure.
That's like Michael Vick, Michelle?
see if the double straddle is on here.
Live 10.
He wants a cat like
It's 20 for the show. Yeah, I'm sorry. Live 20. Let's make it 20. Live 20.
$20 straddle.
Yep.
Live. 5 raises. 75.
Catboy aggressively playing ace-6 off.
6 again.
Yeah, he probably doesn't really like his hand a lot, so if he's going to play the ace, you might as well come in for a raise. Establish
Yep.
yourself here. Tyler's definitely calling.
He also has a little bit of a tighter image, so he can maybe get away with it post-flop.
Ace 6-4.
That would be pretty brutal for Catboy.
I did see somebody throw a queen away.
When I was growing up, my dad bought music royalties. That's kind of what he did for a living. So he bought like old royalties for like old songs from like the
Fours are
writers.
still good.
And get royalties. And he bought the royalties for that.
And has the only
He
club.
does have a, it gives him some comfort here.
Yeah, celebration, yeah.
So whoever wrote that song, I don't know who it was, but one of the writers. Really? Leader of the band, yeah. Sold?
I have a feeling Catboy's considering a raise here. Might feel like Tyler's just trying to steal the pot.
One of either the writers or Cool.
Really good sizing by Tyler. Looks like he's trying to get value
Nope,
out
that's
of
a
the
go.
hand.
That's
I mean, Tyler could do that if he just had the ace of clubs, right?
Yeah.
Even if he had the ace of clubs, Catboy's not ahead. So,
And there's a ton of hands that can call a raise there, even if they're not already made hands.
Eternal royalties. It will never go away.
and here we have another player here.
It's Roy.
That is not who I thought it
What's
was.
up, Roy? Good to see you again, man.
Sam was asking a question. He said he had a flop flag. We need to-
Yeah, it was a fun little.
Is that seat 3? Don't see his name up there quite.
Weird songs.
yeah, I need it.
Tell me what your name would be on the screen.
The gang was not cool. It was, I
Would you have that hand? Would you have that hand? Something strong? Lie to me.
That's a song
Trying to see his face. Yeah.
That's the best kind of lie. So stupid. Makes no difference.
You shouldn't have told me that.
You can look on here too. When it's red, you're not good. When it's red, you are.
I'll let my
2,
DJ
5, 10.
Yeah.
5, 10.
Your DJ probably does not pay royalties, but then some dickhead's gonna catch him. Yeah, cool.
5, 10.
His name's
Uncle T, can you scan for me?
All right, so
Can you scan for me?
I think it's a bomb pot, right? No?
No.
He just limped in with ace king. I gotta say, Sam, that's not a winning. That's not winning poker.
Trying to get a little tricky.
He's
on
probably
the first.
that's exactly what he is.
Sam's a very good
Yeah,
player.
he does a lot of limp raise.
Yeah.
And
It's his
prestige.
first hand.
Wow.
Oh, an ace king versus ace king.
You have Uncle
with
T
suited
with
king queen,
queens.
yeah.
Optimize. It's going to raise it to 2-8. This might be an all in here. I wouldn't just call, especially when you have the worst position.
Yeah, I think.
I actually don't mind a fold because you saw a raise and a re-raise. I mean, but the only option I don't like is calling.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't jam there. But you know, he's also settling into the game. He doesn't know.
Yeah, the
how
problem with
people
his
have been
ace
playing.
king is it's going to invite
Yeah.
other players in now. I think Prestige could jam. He raised. He could re-raise.
Just flats.
He flats as well, and then that's going to bring in
family.
Tom here. I mean Uncle T.
Juice.
Uncle T.
Family.
That was
good pot
unusual.
brewing
That
here.
was it's an unusual hand so far. It's not. It's very unconventional, but there is no right way to play poker. These are just opinions here.
Everybody.
A gutter for Uncle T.
Uncle T. Yeah.
Is that it? That's it, huh?
Just the
All
gutter,
the
right?
aces the players have. Now, if Sam would have just jammed pre-flop, it would just be him and Prestige.
Be chopping everybody else's money. Away.
Yeah, I just this is the problem here, right? Prestige has got the aggression. He's going to go ahead and represent. Not sure what he's representing, but
Yeah,
because if he had an overpair, he would have re-raised.
He could have ace 10. He could have, yeah. I mean, Sam's going to let this go. I think Prestige aggression's about to pay off in a
Get him over here.
$1,200 pot. And now $1,750 after his bet.
Well, I don't think Sam will because he's only got 600. He put almost 300 in there, right?
Yeah.
So
Pull out the booze.
Might just go with it.
this is why I like the jam pre-flop.
Well, and Sam knows how aggressive Prestige
Yeah.
is as well, so I'm sure that's in the back of his mind.
I mean, Sam with the king of
He
clubs
does go
will
for
make a difference, right? He's the one with the backdoor flush.
Nice move by Sam, but they're going to chop
That
this
is
up.
that is a great move by Sam. Just because he had so much money in there
Yeah,
already, he didn't really buy in for a lot here. And he's at least going to chop this. He could
It's
win
like
this
about
with clubs.
$150 profit or so,
611.
Wow, you guys.
unless runner clubs come. Or $200 profit if they chop.
You're running as well.
A club. Oh, they both got a straight. Oh, okay. Well, they both hit a straight. Oh, wait.
I would have won both.
Huh? That's the same hand.
Oh, yeah. Uncle T
King,
would have won
queen?
both, I think.
No, he would have won the second one,
Yeah, fold
right? King, queen. Yeah, king, queen, hearts.
Yeah, so he would have won both. He would have had top pair on the top and then a straight on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
I almost went over the top. Four bet there.
I had a feeling about that too. Even after the flop, I'm like, oh,
I mean, at
Two
that point, he would've
chances
had
for a
so much money
flush.
in it.
That was very good.
Very close.
I had an ace. All the kings were going.
As you can see, Tyler has the biggest stack here at almost 2,600. It's not that far off from starting stack, and the players can buy more up to that. They can match that stack if they choose to. So we have a new player named Roy.
Yeah.
I am not familiar with him
Man, if any of
as
those
we
men
go
that
into
switch
this
you
bomb
got
pot
three
here.
quarters.
I know we have another player coming here shortly. That should bring a fair amount of excitement to the table.
Clay, our dealer in the box. If you ask Clay how he's doing, you can be guaranteed he'll say chillin', chillin'.
I
Really cool
hear he's
guy,
quite
great
the
dealer.
golfer too.
Yeah, good golfer. And
I didn't say
and
good.
also-
I said quite,
Oh, oh, okay.
quite the golfer.
Quite the golfer. He's an all-state basketball player in high school. Learned that recently.
Would you believe? It sounds like I'm bragging. Never mind.
We have to hear it now.
Would you believe I was on the junior Olympic team?
I do now. In what sport?
Soccer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty
When
awesome.
I was 15. Yeah.
Wow.
Never played. Just
You were on it, though.
I just sucked it.
Probably not a soccer buff, but I'm sure it's pretty difficult to make that team.
Yeah, you gotta know people. You gotta have your coaches, especially back then, right in the '80s, because there's no internet. And people got to really advocate for you. I certainly had that. Optimize with the only 3. No, he's got a boat. He just flops the boat there.
And Roy has a 3 also.
And this one's gonna.
Uncle T with a
He's
9.
Roy's got jacks too, so he may think he's. The jack would obviously be on the bottom would really hurt here, but the
He's
queen
got a
also
little
would.
piece.
And 2s.
Yeah,
Prestige
Prestige
flopped
flopped
the
a
boat.
boat. It's a scary boat though with ducks.
Yeah, wouldn't be too keen on that. We see Uncle T with the flush on the bottom and a 9. Very marginal in a bomb pot.
Yeah, especially with the board paired.
I like it because it's enough to call if your head's up,
Mm-hmm.
because you're thinking maybe I've got one board, but
Yeah, I mean he's looking at a flush and trips, and he's only got 20% equity on one board.
yeah.
It's
When we're looking at Optimize, also has the nut flush draw on the one board, so his holdings are pretty strong. He does improve to ace 3 here on the bottom as well. It does
Uncle
show
T's in a
Optimize
tough
as
spot.
0 here. I'm not sure how he's not winning the one board. Maybe a glitch? Yeah, Uncle T's like,
Prestige has the boat on top, so that's where he's 0%.
yeah, but what about,
And then
the bottom,
Optimize is
yeah.
100%.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't look at that
Yeah.
correctly, so.
Yeah, tough spot here for Uncle T. He semi-likes both boards, but
This is where I would like to see Optimize not pot it.
yeah, just go.
Because I think the only thing I know about bomb pots is and if you're really strong, you want 3 people.
Yeah.
You want 3 people in the hand. So half pot bet here, even lower, to get them to call. Right? He called 400.
And chop the third person's
yeah,
money.
just because even though Optimize is strong on both, well, not really.
And he does. He 500. I
That's
think that's
I
a good
love
bet.
that bet. That's such a great bet because it's gonna keep.
And
It should keep Uncle T in there, but he knows he's beat.
yeah,
There's no random 9s gonna win. He knows the flush is no good. The board is paired, and it's even not the nut flush. So
he did the I know I'm beat stretch.
yeah, I wouldn't.
But
yeah.
I'm getting too good
he
odds.
could have got away from that,
Yeah,
especially multi-way, right?
it's easy to say when you can see the cards, but yeah, I hate that spot.
Well, I probably fold
you would have
too
folded.
much.
sooner.
I would have folded before that, but I
Yeah.
would
I
never.
know.
Yeah, I've learned too many times that if you don't
Yeah,
have the
that-
nuts or near nuts,
You have
multi-way
to trust your
especially.
gut on
Yeah,
some
just
of those. It's very
and
tough.
Prestige just calls.
Yeah.
He's got. He's pretty strong too.
Yeah, he's
so.
almost begging for the third person as well. Like they're kind of targeting you. at that point. Although Prestige, I mean, the flat, he has a full house, deuces full of nines, so
Yeah.
he's beat by kings, king nine,
And that's why
9
he didn't
8,
raise
you know,
that
a lot
at
of
all.
other things, yeah. And he had virtually nothing. Well, he had
Yeah, an
a
ace.
pair of aces, but we know that's no good. And so does he.
Yeah, he's like, if it was a hold'em man, I could make a move, but nobody really bluffs in,
Yeah.
in bomb pots.
Only time I bluff is when I have nuts on one board and I'm trying to. And
That's not
nothing on
bluffing.
the other. Well, it's
The-
semi bluff.
The only time I really ever bluffed is if I have the nut blocker, right? Like
Yeah.
like the suited like the ace, ace of spades, and those three, you know.
Yeah. It
And I
does
have-
put people in a tough spot, but you're putting so much money at risk when people are likely to call you, you know, somewhat light.
Yeah, if they're likely to call you, just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wait. Sam wakes up with a real hand. He's in the big blind, too, so we're going to expect a raise out of him. And there we go. We have our new player, Alaska. So much fun to play with.
Very fun to play
Very,
with.
very loud as well.
Very
And he's got a
exuberant.
jam here.
He open jams 7-5. This is buckle your
Oh, he
seatbelts,
gets
everybody.
called. He gets called by Uncle T.
Hey, it's 60-40 basically.
I would,
So-
I wouldn't
it's-
be upset if Sam folded
But
here.
Sam, yeah,
Because Uncle T called.
Yeah,
Besides,
the-
you have 10.
the
Why would
Uncle
you
T
want to
call
risk
is
it?
very strong.
Why risk it? Why risk it? right?
although watch Sam. There's going to be a 10 on the flop, and Sam's going to be sick.
Here we go.
there's going to be one pair. There's going to be a 7 or a 5, and that's going to be it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how these things go.
I love Uncle T knew exactly where he was at that hit.
There's
Oh,
a
it's
5
a 5
in the
right
window.
there. Hearts? You may have heart. No one has
Nope.
hearts. Oh man, that
Wow.
is brutal.
That is brutal. And Sam would have won, but yeah, that's welcome to the table,
Well,
Alaska.
Uncle T cannot. He didn't do anything wrong. He knew
No.
his top 10% hand was ahead.
Yeah.
They play together a lot,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, and so if you guys don't know, I don't think Alaska's ever been on. I don't remember him. being on the
I've never
stream.
seen him on the stream that I'm aware of.
And
but
so, and I watch every stream or I comment.
he is made for the stream.
He is, I would probably say, more action than anybody we've had. More aggressive action, not like we've
Yes.
had like other players like On and of course Prestige who are action, but they want to see flops. He just, what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't give a heck.
Yes, he really doesn't, but he'll do this, and later he'll set. You know, even people that play somewhat, he knows what he's doing, so he's calculated recklessness, I would say.
Yeah.
And, you know, he'll wake up with a big hand eventually, and somebody
Gets paid.
can't believe that. You know,
Those are some players. He's a good player. He is
Yeah.
a good player. A lot of players think
Yeah.
he's just a maniac.
No.
Well, he is a maniac, but he's a good player.
Yeah.
But he just really thrives on the action.
absolutely,
Just thrives on the action. And there's nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong at all.
And for Uncle T, you want that. Every player wants that,
Yeah.
but you can't beat variance. You can't beat what the cards come out as. And I knew, I just knew a 7 or a 5 was going to be it.
Alaska with 4s.
Barry saying he knows variance.
It's not as good as your last hand.
Albert, you definitely can jam with 7 and 5 off. Although that was a really crazy play. I really felt like that was made for the stream, his first hand.
That was pretty good. But that is classic. I've sat with him before, and he jams first hand.
Alaska in there with a much better holding here. He's got a pair here. Roy's like, I don't know if I want to play with. He could have 3-8.
Yeah, I don't think Roy's ever played with Alaska before, so
He was
saw the look on
smirking a
his
little bit.
face.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, and a lot of times players would be like, "Oh, nice play." No one said a word.
yeah,
They're like, "Bring that to me."
yeah.
And you see his celebration afterwards. He does tend to be exuberant.
Exuberant, yes.
I was gonna say.
Look, he can't lose. He's 2 for 2.
He's famous for the backdoor, saying the backdoor.
Yes.
Hitting his backdoor draws.
His favorite is to hit a backdoor flush.
And he'll let you know about it.
He'll let you know.
And he'll talk to you a lot.
Actually, he won't just let you know. The whole
No,
card
he'll let-
room will know.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in the booth back here, and for people who don't know TCH, it's way in the back from the tables. I can hear back door, back door.
Yes.
I give you a break.
I find it hilarious. Not everyone does.
Not everyone is appreciative of that style. But if you're a troop, and I shouldn't say troop, but if you're a poker player, you want that type of action.
Absolutely.
Because in the long run, you should be making a profit. But it is frustrating. I know we're not seeing Uncle T.
Yeah, having players like that at the table just opens up all the action from every player, because there's nothing worse than sitting at a table and everybody's only playing the top 5%
Yeah,
of
I
their
know,
range.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Alaska with the aces.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
That would have been. And aces in the big blind. He's like, I don't want Alaska in this hand because he's going to call me with anything. He's going to jam. I have to call. Alaska, that's actually a stronger hand. It's suited. I mean,
It was suited.
yeah, he limped in. He just limps in here. There's no money in the pot. And no one's raising. Wait, where's the aces go?
Yeah, what happened? Maybe that was a misread?
Usually don't see a misread on the. Yeah, I think it's just going to come back here.
There's a lot going on.
Oh, it's just got to cycle through. Okay. There's our aces.
He makes it huge, right? Wasn't it 5 to 100?
I think it was 25 to 1.
Oh, okay. Was it? All right.
Yes.
I thought. I mean,
Multi-way, it's
I think
not
he
bad.
was just doing that, really targeting a few players here.
Oh, actually, sorry, Alaska raised to a 100. Roy has yet to act with his aces, but flats.
So we have 3. That's not what you want, and that board
That is
is.
a terrible board.
If you're aces, that's just like.
Fortunately for Roy, nobody really has anything that connects there. Oh, he's really trying to trap.
All right, we do see a flush draw here, and we see a pair by Prestige. Prestige is really sticky, so this will be fun watching Prestige versus Alaska. Alaska's
Oh, yeah.
going to bet 200. This pot somehow got to 700. 8, 9, so the
Prestige
straight got there.
Hits a straight.
Prestige is not in
Or
the
no,
hand.
no, it says it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the bottom of the screen there.
Alaska goes all
he did.
in. And the straight is there.
This is a tough spot for Roy.
So wow, so, I mean, you could have flopped
But
it.
he has to call. He only has 700 left. The pot's.
Yeah, I don't think Alaska looked at the chip stack, the SPR there. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no way he's not calling, right?
He has to call. Yeah.
There goes Uncle T. That can be tilting. I get it.
Oh, very much.
I
so.
get it. You know, I just.
Especially if you don't know that that's what he always does. It loses a little bit of the effect if you think it's just a one-time thing.
Ooh, we do get a call here, looks like.
Let's have a.
Oops. Chips fall over.
Yeah, I think for Alaska here, I think he didn't look at the chip stack, right?
Yeah.
A player's not going to bet against him. A player's not going to bet
400.
Yeah,
fold
400 from
$700.
$1,100
Yeah.
stack into him, knowing that he just showed that 7-5 off. That's a little self-unawareness.
Although, if Alaska had hit that spade on the river, Roy would be on tilt for the rest of the week.
We would have a seat open.
Yeah, I would never see them.
I think
Yeah.
in Alaska would let everybody know.
Yeah.
But you win
Oh,
some, you
and
lose
it
some.
would have been the backdoor flush.
It
They
would
would've-
have. He would have said
Yeah.
backdoor.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that was Alaska's definitely fun to watch, especially if I'm not playing.
Oh, I'm thrilled that he's here. This makes our jobs easier.
I mean, I haven't played with Alaska. It's been 6-7 months. Something I don't even know. But because he didn't play for a while. But I remember playing with him one time in particular where he would just, what was he doing? He was trying to I don't know, egg me on.
Needle you a little bit.
Oh, before the hand. Oh yeah, it's brutal when you're in that spot. It's easy to say, well, it's just variance.
He got me with his first hand open jam one time. He jammed, and I think I had like ace queen maybe, and he had any 2 cards. I want to say it was something similar to 7-5, and of course he hit. But
Yeah, and it's just. I mean,
you just take it and move on. I mean,
I actually don't mind the folding big hands to him. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but if you don't have a hand, I don't like to risk everything if you don't have a hand.
Yeah.
Ace king would be the lowest thing I'd probably call. Maybe ace queen suited, right? I could even fold 9s, 10s. I'm not. Sometimes it's not worth it, but yeah, I like to have a made hand before I go all in.
14. It's 14? Yeah.
So it does look like Uncle T is going to go ahead and exit the game here. So we have a seat open if anybody's in the area.
Oh, yeah. I do vaguely remember that.
All right, so I got 5, 6, 7, 8.
Strategy.
14, 14, yeah, some change. 14, 22.
So he is all in now. And he showed a card, it looks like, right? Shows the 8 of clubs. Is that what I'm seeing?
looks like you showed the 8 of clubs. Yes.
That is a huge mistake. The best hand you could have are 8s, right?
Yeah.
8s or ace 8. But
He's just looking to gamble.
nobody has anything.
Sam might be.
Sam's,
He's
yeah.
very tempted with a suited ace.
The only problem is if he has ace 8, he's in a world of trouble.
Yeah. Ace 5 suited.
We have a jam from a $10 straddle to
Two,
$1,500.
to 1,500. You know, Roy just won a big one. He might be willing to take another one.
I think Roy's in better shape than Sam was, even though his hand's not as good because he has 2 overs. And now he just knows that
Now
he
he
dominated him. He wins $40.
This should really get the game going. Though. This is great.
And it's really tough to play against players who don't care about money.
It is, actually. But the thing that I see in this scenario a lot is people start targeting the seemingly reckless player, and it kind of loosens everybody else up because somebody else wins it. You're targeting the loose, aggressive player with maybe something a little more marginal than you might normally because you feel you're ahead of their range. So
You most always are. And going multi-way with a lag, that's tough because you don't. It's the other player, right? You're worried about it. And then the lag player wins, right? Because the lag player pushes the action, which commits both players. And now you're it's just.
And the lag player, you know, loose aggressive players get aces and kings just as often as everybody else. So you always have that in the back of your mind.
Amazing. That was amazing.
It's going to be 2, Alaska for small blind. Oh my God. 2 million. Everybody's good to go. 6 million.
Prestige is saying you stole my role here. I was
Yeah.
supposed to be the
Yeah.
fan favorite. You notice how everybody's really cautious now because he could jam with anything. In Alaska,
Made it 200.
200 from a
Queen
$5. Okay. We've got Prestige,
love
who
it.
also is not afraid. So watching Prestige play against Alaska should be
Well,
entertaining.
you called it ahead of time. We got Prestige versus Alaska with 2 marginal at best hands. This is great. It's going to be a bluff fest.
Both these players are almost unbluffable. If they hit something like one pair. Now everybody misses, so Queen High is still ahead. Backdoor flush draw.
Backdoor.
Oh, Prestige pulls way ahead with the 3s.
Niels is 3.
Very nice.
Wow, checks down.
They had 3, Steph Curry.
That was very anticlimactic.
That was almost,
That's the
hey,
first time
let's do 200 and run it.
He's the first guy.
All right, guys. I've been requested to remind everybody not to show any cards, please. Please do not show any cards to another player, please.
Wait, you can't show during the hand? Play, dog.
It's coming out, going into the ears, coming out.
Okay, wherever that rule came from is the craziest.
Hold on.
I think it's because it's multi-wear.
That's crazy.
If you're closing the action, you can do whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Alaska did show his hand multi-way, or show one card multi-way.
Because that information is going to be
Do
different
that because it affects the action of both players.
Please do not show me your cards in the middle of it.
That would be an interesting question. I thought I heard Optimize ask that
Play a
question.
fair game here.
That's a good point.
What I do? Come on, what I go
I actually don't know.
I feel like if I was in the game, I would give him a pass to keep doing what he's
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I
Yeah.
think
So yeah, technically,
I do know some players would mind.
He's got several very good
Kings,
hands. Oh
Ace,
wow!
King, Queens. Oh, Alaska. This is gonna be.
This is
what Alaska was looking for,
this
right?
is likely, but Sam has kings.
I know, but I
and
mean,
Roy, this is very likely to be the hand that
Roy with Ace King, who limped in with fives, because Sam limped in with kings.
This is unbelievable.
They were both hoping
Yes.
Alaska would do exactly what he did, and so, and we have Prestige. He does have his name out there if you want to take a look at it, and we're going to see Optimize, even if it is Alaska.
Optimize might even be tempted here. Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
but
him.
the
He's
players
tempted.
behind him though.
Yeah, he.
Look at him. He's just going to go, oh, what should I do?
Sam's in, and Roy's in kind of a tough spot with Ace King.
I think
here.
you fold.
I think he's
Ace
gonna
King.
fold, too.
Suited, I think I could see a call there, but you're just someone's got to. Your kings could be dead. Your king could be dead here. Everybody could have an ace, and you wouldn't be able to get top. I mean, it's just so
Yeah.
much.
At the same time, you're on stream and you don't want to look like a nit.
And you just doubled up. Had that big
Yeah, and
double
you
up.
just double
So
up. A good fold though. And Alaska's not going to believe that he's dominated.
Sam
After all
does
that.
have one of his outs. Roy had a king as well. Not that he'll need it.
Let's see if they go twice. Going once.
Oh!
Ace in the window for Roy.
Oh!
Oh, Roy is sick.
What do you have? What do you have?
Kings.
Way to go, Sam. And I thought he was only going to be here for 30 minutes. He's been here for an hour now.
He's gonna have to stay a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, I asked him to play on the table. He's only got 30 minutes. I gotta go. It's really important.
Yeah.
An hour later,
Fold, huh? You fold an ace?
he saw the table and he's like, oh.
I think I'll hop in there.
Sam's up big here. He only bought it for 1K too. That's all he had. You know, he wasn't expecting to play the stream.
Very glad he stopped by at this point, I believe.
I'll be taking a finder's fee. Well, Alaska has now doubled up 2 players, and he's felted 1, so he's 1 and 2.
I was kind of impressed. I was watching Roy's face when the ace came out, and he gave no grimace. He must be a vet.
But I will go on.
I don't mind his fold. I think
No,
I think
I don't either.
80% of players would call there, but not multi-way. I just
I mean, you basically know for sure that there's no way you're way ahead.
no.
So you're just praying that maybe somebody has jacks and you're flipping.
What is happening here?
I'm straddling.
Well, I saw a $100 straddle by Prestige, but then he pulled it back.
Really,
Confused on that one.
I wanted to accept his challenge. I was just really excited.
Oh, he was in the big blind. He was going to do a $100 straddle, but he's in the big blind. I wonder if that was just a ploy. Did he? So we got a card. Oh, is it card exposed? Or was that on purpose?
I don't think that was on purpose. Was that on the deal?
10, y'all. Auto straddle of 10.
I'm not.
He's just playing one up.
Fold, 2 fold.
Yeah, he put it up himself.
You really shouldn't do
Oh,
that.
and he's jamming.
I mean, you really shouldn't do that.
He actually has a reasonable hand.
Somebody said you really shouldn't do that.
Insurance.
I agree. I mean,
It's up to the game. I
There's
mean,
so many.
yeah.
There's so many players in the hand. It just affects action a lot. So that one I agree with because it was prestigious. Like I beat most 9s. Well, you don't beat Alaska's 9, but you do beat most 9s, and you're suited. And it's only 120, so
119.
you got Barber calling. Barber beats most all nines really.
119, you said?
119.
It's tough for Alaska to have pocket nines.
Is the cigarette in the pot?
No, no cigarette, no pot.
Yeah, you gotta take that cigarette off the table for me. And you can't walk away from your hand. So even though you are all in, you cannot walk away from your hand. So again,
I just need $1 back.
Either get stacked or quadruple up. Alaska. Probably get stacked.
So we've got
There's no
All
way he's
in,
going to quadruple
call.
up unless Alaska gets a flush somehow. You know, it have to be hearts, but Roy's got 2 hearts. So that's
all right, here we go. So we got one all in.
You know,
three still
I'm
alive.
going to gamble with no money and say Roy wins.
well, Prestige flops a lot here. There's some backdoor for Barber, and they all have gut shots. Roy does have a pair as well.
Very blank turn.
Check.
Prestige holds.
Let's take a look for the side pot only, please. These 3.
King on.
Rin Tin Tin. Wayne.
Look at that.
He got slow rolled.
Nice.
Pretty
It's
nice
not really
pot
as
for
low.
Prestige, even though
Yeah,
most
I
of the
just-
action was just pre-flop.
Like, the 9 of spades came out, I was like, I'm
865, nothing wrong with that.
Nice hand.
So there's a question here. This is a
You got a call.
private room, private public. Anybody can come here, of course. You would have to be charged hourly to play here, which is much better than if you go somewhere where they do a rate. Right? And you watch $6 to $12 come right off the pot every time. Then you have to have a membership, which is what is it,
$30
Yeah, $30
per
a month.
Pretty easy to sign up. Just,
Oh, did you?
I believe it's about 1 sheet of paper, your ID, and that's about it.
Yeah,
You're ready
yeah.
to play.
That's the freaking dream.
Yep, this is in Austin. We do have, well, we have 1, 2,
That's the nuts again.
we have 6 locations. I keep adding. 6 TCAs. We have 2 in Dallas, 1 in Austin, which is the original. We have 1 in Rio Grande Valley. We have 2 in Houston now. We have a newer 1 in Houston. So we've added 2.
Yeah, I know. One same
Not we. TCH has added 2 new clubs in the past year. Here we go. Barbara wakes up with a nice looking hand here. He's going to definitely bump this up.
He's had a few decent starting hands, but he's kind of missed every flop, so maybe he can get something going here.
Yeah, 70 was a little small. Boys like, I like that price. Now show me some spades. A gutter here for a Barber, and really just a backdoor, nothing. Backdoor
It's going to be
slip.
bet fold, I believe.
Backdoor wheel draw here. I have not been. Have you played any other TCHs?
I played the one in Dallas.
I played the original one in Dallas, which is funny because it's only 2 years old.
Yeah,
They have another one in Dallas. They just opened up a few months ago. So
it's fantastic.
yeah, that's it's a bigger room. I did get to play once in Houston. It was also fun, but I've never been to Rio. I actually don't even know where Rio Grande Valley is. Actually, so-
Does he always
Actually, occasionally I'm down in that area.
is it south? South.
It's very, very south.
Okay, yeah.
But, next time I'm down
I was
there,
shocked he was checking to me. I was like, okay, check.
It's funny. Every TCH room has different tournament schedule. I don't know if you noticed that, but they're all different.
Comes by, loses 3,000 and shows us his cards.
6 raised.
So funny. Before I even start, Barbara wakes up with kings here. Let's take a moment to see if anybody wants to play. He makes it kind of smallish. I think. Well, 7's a definitely call, and I think Catboy can call this as well. He's got got a combo draw pre-flop.
Yeah.
So, especially being multi-way, it's going to represent
Barber's thinking, I got ace king and now
10
kings.
jack
I
of
gotta get
hearts would
something
be
out of
fun.
this. And king in the window.
Two
But
diamonds.
nobody has an ace for him to get paid. Kinda
Yeah, but you're going to
unfortunate.
see Barber. I mean, there is a flush out there. He could get sneaky, but he's hoping somebody has an ace, like you said. It's going to go.
Very disappointed. $257 pot for Barber there. But, you know, anytime you
lost.
flop a set and
Yeah.
you see the ace high out there, you're just praying somebody has a strong ace.
I do like the bet there because of the flush draw multi-way.
Yeah.
Definitely try
Yeah.
Odds are somebody's got the diamonds, so you want to try to get value out of all those draws. I think there's a lot of, I don't want to say mistakes, but a lot of, especially lower stakes poker players
Bump out, everybody.
will not bet, try to be trappy. You see that a lot, and then the wet board like
Somebody
that.
catch up.
Yeah. So you want to, if they catch up, I know it's going to cost you more money, but you want to make them pay for it.
Well, it didn't happen there, but typically somebody's going to have at least maybe a bet shot that can along with it or something.
Yeah, some diamonds and ace.
Yeah,
There's so much out there.
I have to bet there, but unlucky for him, nobody really had anything to come along.
I think Alaska is gone.
in blind every other hand, or the guy
Oh no, we lost Alaska.
We did. I don't know what happened. I guess we
Can't
just
show your hand. You're like,
Somebody's playing poker, the other person is playing Yahtzee.
We're off to a bomb pot here. This year we've done a lot more bomb pots. In the past it was only once an hour, but now we're doing a lot more bomb pots with the button here. And we're going to see this flop when we see Tyler with, I don't see anything, two pair for Sam, which is never usually good. You've got Catboy here with just a king on the bottom and queens and tens with a set. So Barber's got the nuts so far. And what did we say earlier? If you have the nuts on the river,
probably
they're
gonna
not
change.
going to be. There's a 6-7 out there, so anything that completes the straight. Nope, it changed.
changed to
Automatically.
deuce.
Now we need spades. Nobody has spades.
I think the queen's actually pretty likely to hold up given this.
On this one, yeah, this
Yeah.
is. I mean, maybe you see a 10 or a jack or an ace or a king on the turn, giving Catboy a wrap. All right, there it is. A wrap,
Catboy
open
turns,
ender.
yep.
So nine king or an ace would give him.
Yeah, these equities are pretty interesting.
5 bets, 170 max.
And of course, Catboy has two pair on the bottom, so which is good right now, but can look to fill up. So he's got a lot of. He's got the wrap. But there's a lot of his outs are on the other board.
Yeah, it's 170.
Love to see an ace here on the top. No, you wouldn't. An ace. Right. Lots of boke there for Barber, so he can comfortably fire away.
He's got the nuts on the bottom also.
Oh, you're
He's
right.
got a
No.
scoop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So this
very good fold.
That's a great
pots
fold.
it.
That is a great fold because a lot of players, he potted it does probably. Why,
Yeah.
A lot of players, two pair, I already got money in it. In a bomb pot, it's never, there's no hero calls.
Yeah, I think if I was that strong on both boards, I would lean more toward betting maybe half pot.
Yeah.
Heads up.
The hand is pretty, but my hand got very
Just try to get paid.
Sam is leading the way here on earnings. He's up 2K.
'Cause he's masterfully called jams with premium.
He limped with that. He limped
Yeah,
with the
well,
king.
that's true.
$5.
did
All
limp.
right.
Yeah.
Let's see a flop. He does that so much.
That's the dream. You limp aces or kings and somebody just goes all in.
Well, in Texas, we never see flat all the way around and do a flop. That's just, I actually can't recall the last time I saw that. We saw Queen Jack fold?
I think I saw that flash by, yeah.
Yeah, it's a raise to 55. I get it.
You got 2 commentators and 5 players.
Optimize is saying something about the 2 commentators. You do have a shock device.
He has 3,000, right? I'm out of here.
I'm gonna have to
Alaska.
go back and turn the volume up and see what he said.
Alaska with 100% VPIP.
Actually,
It's very strong
So
VPIP.
he played 7 hands. Those are some of the 7 hands. They're some of the best hands I've seen. A lot of fun. Not
You want more
best hands.
chips?
yeah, like blacks.
Fun hands.
I wish I had a little bit more.
No, just like a stack of black for these.
Unfortunately for Uncle T, he took that on the chin.
Yeah,
But-
and
Exactly. Yeah.
might have taken it.
Yeah, so he's actually going
I don't want to say the wrong way, but
1,000.
to add it on 1,000.
normally he doesn't really get felted a lot. But normally
No.
he would rebuy.
Yeah.
Barrel's on live stream.
I'm getting serious FOMO. It was like 1,000, 1,000. I'm like, all right.
It's actually C5.
Sam is still here, even though he said only a half hour. It's over an hour and a half for him.
I guess one other thing about Uncle T, and I'm not saying he was, I have no idea, but if you take a beat like that and you feel a little bit tilted, it's really not a terrible idea to say,
Yeah.
you know what, I'll come back another time, you know. Maybe he had something else he had to do. I just know for me that, I don't know if you have that philosophy yourself, but
If I feel like I'm tilted,
yeah.
I have no problem walking
Stepping
away.
away.
Rock and roll. C5, 2,000 behind. So you
Or did you like
Live 10.
I had king jack the top two on the bottom board, and then I had a wrap on the top board.
I don't know, where is he, outside?
Meaning I had ace king jack, so any ace king or jack gives me a straight, or 9. Ace king jack kind of gives me a straight.
Have you ever played with Catboy?
So that's
C5?
on close. because
Yeah.
You obviously
Okay.
have me dominated.
It's been a while. I haven't really played a
I
lot.
didn't recognize him, but
Yeah, I don't remember what game. I think it's a 1-2 game. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've never played with
The
Roy.
9.
I've never played with Tyler. I've heard about Tyler. Play this game. Sam's also rocking the Adidas.
sponsorship off.
So up and down there for Tyler with the pair and Roy with the gut shot. Nothing for Catboy. This might go check all around to the turn.
I don't want to get in the middle of IOU.
But you're still good.
Yeah, but that really completes. There's 4 to a straight now.
Yeah.
No one has it because they would definitely bet. So the 8s are going to win here. This is an odd hand.
I think everybody's just checking. Show it down.
He didn't want to see 2 pair.
As if that name isn't prestige.
Sam goes up and says, you can zone wait. He says, well, here's what I want to do. There's a dealer that owes me 1,000. Just let that dealer wait 1,000.
You collect my debt. And give me the cash.
And I promise he really does owe it.
Yeah, he does.
I feel safe traveling.
He does.
Really? You want him in the game so
They have
bad.
8 points
You
now.
want him in the game so bad.
No.
You want him in the game so bad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to build the points so I can lose it
You're
all.
pulling my leg good for you.
2, 5, 10, 20.
But right when I said I feel safe,
I'm not
It's
getting
warmer in this room. We're usually freezing by now.
You know, it got cool for a second, and now, yeah, warm back up.
Sweating.
Take a sip of the ice water.
Wow.
green. Firmly.
it felt like 45 minutes. It could have been like.
Maybe the heat is just Alaska torching
But he
stacks
sat there.
Yeah.
coming back here.
It's
It's like you're not even really playing.
So what do you think of the weather
No.
here in
Kinda
Texas?
like
Are you from Texas? don't
I am
know.
from Texas.
You are from
yeah.
Texas. All
I grew
right.
up on a ranch
That's what I mean about that game.
South Central Texas.
So it's warmer.
And yes, so
Sir, would you please stop jamming
I'll give you my short spiel on this. I feel like every summer everybody says it's the hottest summer ever, and they're kind of wrong. It happens again the next year.
Yeah, it's scrambled.
This summer is different. Yeah, I've never seen it quite this hot for this amount of time. I think my yard doesn't believe it'll ever rain again.
No, I've seen a lot of that. Looking at people's yards and stuff.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd summer here, and this is definitely
Yeah,
the hottest.
this is an aberration.
Yeah, I'll never
He
play
had like
blast
2
again.
months of
That was
108,
ridiculous.
107.
Yeah, it's wild.
Blind,
And
man, showing us cards.
I'm actually very curious
I'm here to play a strategy
to see
game,
what
right? Not this
if the winter reflects warmer temperatures or it goes,
such a
you know,
class act, Justin.
guardrail to guardrail and
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
really
where
cold
now
summer.
it's-
I love playing this.
No,
Or
that's,
winter.
that's what people don't know about Texas. It gets cold. Maybe
Yeah.
only for a month or so. And really nice weather in the spring. But first time I ever, well, not the first time, but one of the first times I ever lived in snow was here. The first winter of 2021.
Yep.
I was like, what?
I had some neighbors that moved here from Colorado, and when we got snowed in, and my neighborhood is particularly hilly, so we were snowed in longer than most folks because you would slide up any hill.
Imagine he comes back and
And,
sits down to like 10,000.
The neighbors
like,
said,
"Nope, you
we were
can't
trying to
buy
get
it."
away
Like,
from this. What's going on? I said, don't worry, this doesn't happen every
Yeah,
year.
because the next, it was cold and it snowed a little bit, but it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was like 4 days. Everything was
Yep.
shut down.
I bartered beef stew I made for bottles of water with my neighbor. That's
Oh,
how bad it got.
5-7. 5-7 versus King Queen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he had 7-5 all game.
That's right.
Not a horrible flop for Optimize, I guess. He does have an up and down in the backdoor straight flush draw. But he's going to be sticking around.
No, the delay he called. Like the money's already all in, the flop's already ready. The flop's been shipped in already.
Hard to keep calling for CJ.
That was amazing. Quite a moment.
As soon as I saw that he jammed 7-5 first hand, I was like, do you want a more comfy chair, sir? Like,
They're having a little Alaska
Stay away.
conversation.
may I take your hat, sir?
Stay away.
May I take your hat, sir? Would you like a massage?
Until Alaska takes your money or something.
Tug,
Yeah,
whatever you need.
Anything here at Texas Card House, huh?
Too many lights on.
I liked all the attention. You didn't like the last one.
Just got a message from Sam. Said he's playing the stream.
I'm not the most expensive.
I can confirm. 2, 5, 10, 20. 20. 90%.
Everything has a price.
Everything. 2 folds, 3 folds, 5 folds, 6 folds.
Was he trying mine for 2 or 1,000?
7 folds.
That would have been awesome.
9 raises.
My wife sent me a
I like this guy.
picture of our cat, so that's always
exciting.
you got to act like that's you enjoy that. 'Cause
Yeah, it's very important that I see that.
I put a little heart there.
There you go.
I'm off the hook now. All right.
That earned your way home.
Yeah.
Back in the front door. Optimize queen high, way ahead. C-bet will do it here. Oh, wow. Tyler is going to come along.
He's not coming along because he thinks he has the best
No,
hand.
he's floating to bluff the
He
turn.
has the best
And actually
hand.
now he has the best hand.
Yeah, it's a little showdown, like a little against some random 2 clubs, like 9, 10 of clubs, something like that. But
Optimize turns the backdoor flush though, so he's
going to bet for sure.
going to keep betting. He's got a gut shot to Broadway and backdoor hearts. Tyler probably.
He makes it. God, it's almost a pot size. It is a pot size bet. It's over pot size.
I can't see him continuing now. I think he was hoping for a check and then to bluff him off the hand. But I stand corrected again. Be interesting to see. And the nuts.
Well, that's actually a terrible
Optimize.
card. Well, that's actually a terrible
Oh,
card
actually,
for
no.
Tyler because it's less likely he has an ace, but he has the hearts. It looks like Optimizer is trying to represent that ace, but now it's less likely he has it.
That Optimize goes 500 here, be my guess. 4 to 500. Now he's going to make it look like a bluff.
9 bets. Looks to be about 8.
About 650. It's almost full pot.
800.
Oh, he does go 800. He's trying to make it look fluffy, but Tyler can't call. He's doing a little Hollywooding here. I think Optimize was targeting trip aces.
Yeah, I mean like some ace 9, ace 10 type of.
Yeah. Because, you know, he could get called by ace 10 with his hearts.
Yeah, he's probably going through all the hands of what Tyler could have. He can't have ace king. That beats him. He can have ace 8, I guess. Could have ace Dewey.
Or set of eights.
I mean,
turn set of deuces, which is very unlikely, but Tyler's Hollywooding. He's going to pull it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not worth the gamble there.
I convinced you with my large bet size.
The river and then the bag.
Got it.
What'd the river do?
Optimize is out of the hole. At one point, I believe he was down about 700 or so. So
Yeah, it was great.
good to be in the green.
Greedy bet.
Really only one player in the red left at the table. Don't see that very often.
We do have a couple players that
I'm about to get greedy. I'm about to get greedy.
Yep.
Help with that statistic here.
Oh, Optimize has started singing, which happens occasionally.
6 gold. 7 fold.
All right.
1 check. 4 players.
Not a lot of big hands so far in the first hour and a half here. We've had a lot of big
Set
pots.
for Tyler.
What's up?
Look how confident, or look how disinterested Tyler looks in his hand.
Yeah.
He's just looking over to have a conversation.
Interested in this
Yeah,
conversation.
it's my turn check.
Yeah.
Then the check raise. Huh?
That must have been a misread.
Yeah.
Conflicting instructions.
Here I was being literally funny.
I just need to be told what to
Unless the conversation was so interesting that he didn't care about his set. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Definitely a misread.
You'll see that from seat 1 and 9.
I'm pretty thirsty.
Because the cards might
Crosses the RFID. Yeah.
Well, be in your mouth. I'll tell you
And on to
this.
hand 31.
I'll tell you this.
That's good.
I brought a hoodie with me, just thinking I was going to be freezing.
I did have.
It cooled off now.
I can't put
Are you
it
tilted? Are
Yeah.
you tilted for real right now?
Air kicked in.
Are you tilted?
No. Yes.
This room heats up and cools
that was,
off
That was
very
his
quickly.
night maker, and he didn't make the call.
I got tilted once.
I'm just kidding.
Sam loves limping.
He does love
his
it. He wants to see the flop.
hands early.
He does. He wants to protect. I get it. He's gonna. If you raise to 30, so on 130, now you're playing 130. Ace Jack is a decent hand. Now I would probably raise something, and we're going to see another limp pot. This is an unusual.
4 players.
Sam with top pair.
Excuse me.
Not much for anyone else.
Yeah,
Looks
there's
like
not
this is just gonna
going.
be
He
a
bets
bet
50.
and
Such
some
a small
folds.
bet, right?
Unless
Let's go to hand 32. This one's
Unless you're
over.
folding boats or flushes, I had.
I'm not sold either.
I had a king.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
That's it. Just a naked king. King Jack. King Jack. Wow.
Go straight.
Big
You notice we're keeping the players who aren't there anymore still in there. It used to be where they would, once they leave the table, they wouldn't be showing their numbers. That's got to sting a little extra more if you watch it.
Yeah.
flop and turn.
That's the most obvious one ever. Here.
Oh, perfect.
I need to respect him. I need to make a phone call.
I'll take a picture and send it to both of them.
Chad GPT.
3 calls.
The poker guys are kind. I'll raise.
Oh, I actually like it.
I said raise.
Yeah.
So 5 aces, 25.
Catboy with see how he plays his ace jack. Although his is suited, so he's going to bump it up a little bit. This game has been played a little passive pre-flop, especially with Alaska out of the lineup. Let's see. Oh, a min click for prestige.
That's very confusing.
Yeah, I mean that's. I find a lot of times min clicks pre-flop aren't usually a strong hand.
So quick.
It's more annoying, I guess. It's
Yeah.
more. And
Just to
Tap Boy
kinda test
recognizes
you.
it, and he's going to bump it up, and he's going to be rewarded. Although Prestige does have a gutter, so, and he's always going to stay around. He's looking to trap here. That was a mistake. Because that 9's going to hit.
Probably come out with.
No, he doesn't have a gutter. I'm sorry.
175.
9.
Yeah, gutter to the
Yeah,
9.
gutter. Okay. Almost. Prestige has all kinds of straight draws, but there's no more cards coming.
Catboy might consider check calling.
Yeah, I think check calling to induce.
Yeah.
But he's
gonna
hoping
bet
to
it.
target a 10 here or something, or a worse jack. But that's so.
Goes for a pretty large bet.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do when he goes over the top?
That's an opportunity to bet on the turn, I think.
With the flush draws missing, I think getting more money from him would be just simply checking there. But I don't think Prestige is going to put any more money.
He was gonna check raise the piss off.
Well, yeah, I guess I outsmarted him.
Check jam.
I was gonna check raise the piss out of that.
Oh yeah.
Got the straddle on here from Catboy. I wonder if he is a friend of the feline. I wonder if that's what Catboy is.
Yeah.
No respect. No respect.
We'll see.
Nobody respects
See what you
All right, I wanted to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We have 144 people in the chat. Let me take a look at. We only have 12 likes. Is that right? Come on, guys. You can do me a favor. And, I hate saying smash that like button, but go ahead and smash that like button.
That was the race to the bottom. That hand. I think that was who has.
Now we have 25. Okay, to update. Trying to get enough points to actually gamble here. We got ace 10. A lot of times ace 10 might be good here.
What club, but for real though, what club were they ever planning to put this in that doesn't need a drop box?
What is the rake here? $0.
All day, every day.
Tips, bro. Tips.
6-6.
Yeah, just put a little something, or put a hole.
What other states is this club in?
Well, the backdoor flush got there. Barber probably thinks he's going to have to make a move on this to win.
RF poker. RF
He
poker.
might think he has some showdown value with the ace there. But
Yeah, you're good. I didn't have any of the other stuff.
Yeah, and king is probably likely to be in Tyler's range, so no point in betting really. Just get snapped off by a weak king.
That's one way. It's glorious. It's glorious.
Got a lot to
The very first time I ever came and played poker here, there was like a sassy white guy at the table, and I'm like 75% sure it was you.
yeah, it's a double straddle
100% verified.
from Prestige.
Sassy white guy sounds like that.
Yeah, you know.
I feel like Prestige and Optimize made that with a 3D
Sassy white guy.
I can't say why I don't really like it, but
a printer.
Oh, you think?
Because I've done that. I put my name up to
Really?
yeah.
camera.
I've never gotten to mess with one.
They've been out for a while, and I know that I used to be at Microsoft, and there are 3D printers all over the place, and we could just build whatever you want.
test
It's
really.
really, yeah. It's just there's a lot. You got like I'm into. I love dragons. So I was in a dragon once. I have a dragon tattoo, but so they're a lot of fun. Of course, the wax is expensive.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, I mean back in the day. I don't know what it is now. Back in the day.
Chad, we need to text Chad. We need to text Chad and see if he can bring us.
All right, that is not what Prestige wanted to see, but
There's nobody in
can't be
chat.
deterred.
Oh, Chad.
Chad. Chat and Chad.
Probably bet and take it.
Tyler has been shown to be sticky.
Yeah, and you could see he didn't enjoy folding there.
Yeah, but he's probably going through it. Well, I don't beat a lot of his bluffs.
Yeah.
So that's.
Call Chad to bring some.
I'd have been curious what Prestige would have done if he'd have come over the top there.
Says she forgot him, so she's asking him maybe the floor fix the barrel of drinks or something.
Okay.
That's his mail. Okay, all right.
I think he has to call once because it just makes you exploitable.
Yeah.
You don't want that down the road. And he might think, well, I don't have the best hand. I should fold, but it's just the perception with the other players. Sometimes you look at players and they look like they're not paying attention. I would say 90% of the players pay a lot of attention. At least in 1-3 and up. They just,
That's what I try to hold myself accountable to is playing the hands that I'm not in, basically, seeing what other folks are doing.
But honestly,
It's very easy to just sit there and stare at your phone or watch the TV and miss a lot of information that could pay off down the road.
we have a triple straddle first showing of the evening. We're up to, is that 40? Looks like it's $40 straddle. That's going to change everybody's ranges here.
Quite a bit.
Because with pocket sixes, you normally would have to raise that, but you got to raise like 140 in this game. All right, we have Barbers. See, normally you probably would have played
You
that.
would have played ace-5.
Yeah, and now he's not.
Prestige with
So
another hand.
he's gonna just match it. No, he's gonna raise it. He's gonna raise it to 115. Smallish raise.
I think Tyler's getting tired of Prestige. He's going to call it 7-4 off. And I don't blame him. We know
Well,
Prestige
yeah,
has
he's
had
in
some
the
hands,
triple
but
straddle here,
yeah.
7-4. I thought that was 6, 7, 8, but it's 9, 9, 8. Prestige is like, I don't know. It's not a bad flop for Prestige. It's hard to flop trips. I guess he could have an 8. But. Prestige is sporting the yellow muscle shirt this evening. Sleeveless
just like
shirt.
you.
Well, not the. I don't have any muscles, so I just have to cover them up.
Better than that. Come on now, give me some credit.
all right. You had a straight draw.
It's not the size of the muscles. It's the size of the heart
Oh, yeah.
driving the muscles.
Well, I do have an enlarged heart, so I guess I top of the food chain now.
I sort of walked into that one, I
Yeah,
guess.
I was like, oh. Like 2 years ago it was. I know. I'm not going to mention his name, but we had a very famous poker player come in here who only wears sleeveless shirts or tank tops.
Oh, I believe I know who you're talking about.
And first time he was in Texas, he played here, and I got to play with him. And then on the next stream, I got everybody, because I was on the stream, I got everybody together, and we all wore black tank tops.
Oh, that's funny.
Just to be, yeah.
A little cheeky.
That's what, yeah, that's what, of course, no, that doesn't. Sam and Tyler have each other's outs here for draws. So they all got the same hand almost, except for Roy. Roy is way ahead. Yeah.
They're all blocking
Yeah,
each other.
that is not what. It's like, where is my straight draw at?
9.
There were really no cards that would make this hand interesting. Someone could take a stab at it. Boy, he definitely knows he's got the best
Roy's,
hand. Yeah.
everybody's drawing dead.
Did we see a move? Oh, he is. I know what he's thinking. I think I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, well, if you had any of that, you would have bet because of the 3 diamonds out.
Yeah,
you either have the nuts or nothing, but he's got top pair, so he's not going anywhere.
I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but he kind of slow played it. And King 6 shrinks pretty quickly facing a raise, and
Yeah, it's probably not that bad like you were talking about earlier. It's probably the river bet.
Yeah, he would have called that if it was
Yeah.
the river, but doesn't want to have to call again.
I want to like this. We have a big one on the back. You tell them, or can you say that loud?
Jack of hearts.
Here.
What was that card?
So basically, every time there's 2 3s on the board, you owe me $1. Every time there's 2 jacks on the board, I owe her $1. If you don't see it, you can't see it. So there was a jack out there.
Trying to get my points up to 10 so I can
Somebody
lose
might be
them all.
marking cards.
Sorry, man. Gotta finish kind
That should be 10.
2 5 2. 2 5 2.
I have 10. I can gamble. There are people who have millions of points.
Not sure how they do that. Just got to get lucky.
I got to 20. That was my
Here
highest.
it comes.
But let's see. I do this almost every week. Here we go. Let's see. I don't even know how to do it. Gamble.
How many should we
That's
limit
gamble. That's not.
Justin and Tyler to before we cap them off for
Some
liability?
10s for optimize.
Is it alcoholic?
Not much
I'm not-
for anyone
okay.
else. He's going to come
What
into
if you're 20?
rolls.
I'm 20. Is that cool?
As you expect.
9 raises.
If you are under 20.
Tyler with the Robbie.
Oh, look at that. I rolled a 7.
Wow, you really do run bad.
Calling
I rolled a 1 last time.
I was with you when you rolled the
Yeah, but I mean, I waited all night and part of the last stream.
shoes.
Oh, that was tough.
Truly.
Those are non-alcohol or?
Is there absinthe in there?
Do you have any poppies?
Are y'all still doing?
Alaska went to
are y'all still
showdown
doing,
85% of the time.
methamphetamine Mondays?
Well, he was all in
That's
three
pretty
flop a couple
impressive, yeah.
times, 3 times.
Bomb pot, everybody.
7 hands.
All the things that you just said.
I'll pay $10.
Is he the guy
Bomb pot time.
who nothing doesn't happen? Yeah, no, he's hilarious. He's hilarious. He's great at parties.
Do you look forward to bomb pots, or are you indifferent? I know you play them.
Yeah,
Some
I
people
know. I
sit
mean,
out.
I don't mind. We do. You'll see a lot of clubs here, and especially here in TCH, that there'll be all bomb pot tables. So there'll be a round of each, where they do a round of
Yeah.
hold'em, then they do a round of bomb pots. I would much rather do a round of hold'em than a round of PLO, but sometimes we can spread that game here as well. But yeah, I enjoy bomb pots.
That's good, yeah.
Really, I shouldn't say it doesn't take any skill. It'd be terrible. But I mean, it is more lucky, I guess. There's more luck
Yeah.
involved in that.
I think there's more skill in knowing when you're behind than anything, which is kind of easy for experienced players, but
Yeah.
people make a ton of mistakes like we were talking about earlier.
Sets,
And-
they hit sets, and
Yeah.
a lot of players think they're going to be good because sets are usually in hold'em are always good.
Yeah, it's
Mostly,
a huge hand in
so.
Hold'em, but
We do see
Got it.
prestige here with the nut flush draw and a backdoor flush draw.
Barber's got top set on the top board.
He also has a gutter here on the bottom, so he's got a lot to work with here. I mean, yeah, we see Barber. It's really nothing to continue on the bottom. A 5 would be really bad for him. All right, we have
Straights.
nothing really. Queen, Jack, Jack 10. Sam does have hearts as well, so we're probably not going to see hearts. Sam's got a sort of a rack here, so he wants to see a queen or a 10. Jack would be tough because he's got 2 of them.
Really getting the stream
Oh,
out of the mud.
Prestige has double nut flush draws. I was
Who's getting straight
looking to
on?
see why he was betting.
That's going to keep Sam in here because he has the same thing.
It's a little.
It's not as good, obviously.
When I've had double nut flush draws on unpaired boards like this, it's exciting because you have 2 ways to get the nuts, but you also have to remember that you
got your own outs
You
on
have
the
your own
board,
outs.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
And Prestige with 3 hearts as well. And Barbara's got the second nuts right now.
Are you allowed to wear headphones on stream?
I don't know how many times I've said kings,
Only one person.
queens, kings and aces.
Aces, ace,
Yeah, just in bomb pots. There it is. Sam gets it. Sam's like, yay. He probably would have preferred a queen or a 10 because he blocks the other straight, but he makes it nonetheless.
Yeah, Barber was, like you were saying,
1400.
It's got to be.
second nuts on the flop.
I don't know. Spit in my face.
Yeah, sets or no. I mean, multi-way in a bomb pot, they always get there. I think that's great advice.
Yeah.
Hey, they always get there.
Yeah.
Chase your draws.
Sometimes you want to be the one coming from behind. Prestige is in a weird spot here because he missed both of his flushes, but he actually has the best hand on the bottom board.
It's got 2 pair.
Yeah.
But he blocks the straight with the 4 in his, but still, it's not much.
Sam pots it.
Yeah, this is a fold. Even though he does chop, you're chopping. So you get what, 700? I mean, that's not bad, but.
Barber with
Barber's
the deep
the
breath
one
there.
with
He's in a really nasty spot, honestly. He's thinking the top board is mine right up until the jack hits.
Yeah, who's going to bet that on the flop when those 2 cards come out, right? And the ace, I mean, it doesn't complete the straight, doesn't complete a flush,
Yeah.
right? It just
Basically,
nothing,
know you're still
really.
ahead.
Now the jack comes in on the top, it completes the straight,
Yep.
and you have a
Good
player who
fold.
doesn't bluff really,
Yeah. Excellent fold by
and he's
Barber
not going
there.
to bluff against Prestige.
Really wanted a hard.
This would be a sicko call if Prestige can do this to chop the pot.
I
But
could see Prestige calling if he had 2 pair on both. He just doesn't know where he's ahead. Could Sam be slow playing 4-5? You know, a lot of people slow play the straights because they want to make sure the board doesn't pair till the end. That would be the only thing. That's the sign of a man who's going to fold.
yeah, he is. Oh, he's trying to get a read from Sam by throwing the ace-8 out there. I mean, he does. You know, he's heads up now. I mean, he has a good shot on both boards. You know, if Sam's playing really just one board, he's likely to have half.
What's the total?
But
1400.
lets it
Make me
go.
feel better about
Yep.
my fold.
Yeah, I
Great
actually,
pot bet by
I
Sam.
probably wouldn't have been in there.
I couldn't have made that call either.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm in there
I
on the
had 3 hearts in my
turn.
hand.
There was no betting. Was
Were
there?
you
I
on top
can't
or
remember.
bottom? Or both?
There was betting on the
There
turn.
was.
I think it was
He does-
350.
You just count your outs. You have 3 hearts in
You're
your
on
hand.
top.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or what?
you have queen
14,
seven
so
hearts?
7 more hearts in the deck. Yeah.
Queen 10, but not a heart.
Sam just tacked on another 1,000 to his winnings, and he's having a good session.
I folded the queen 10. I just set a kings.
I had the odds as well.
So
I
we would have chopped.
Yeah,
You didn't have an
I
ace.
can't believe I folded. I can't believe I
Oh,
folded.
you didn't have anything on the bottom.
Character.
Yeah, up 3K.
It's only because
Sam
Sam.
played
Very
that
nice.
pretty good. I mean, we talk about trying to get value multi-way. You bet small bet when
It
it's
doesn't matter how much money I win. He always wins.
like that.
Sam's not exactly a
I
splash
like his
fest.
pot size.
I
there.
couldn't have folded his hand. I just would have. He got me beat on both. He got me beat on both.
And I think
His game.
what was in the pot made the difference, right? You're not going to pot $400 and get people to fold. 1,400, it's pretty narrow in what you had. You
Yeah.
got the nuts somewhere. It's just-
Nice bet, Sam. No doubt about it. Nice bet. Huh? Is that a raise?
I mean,
Barber giving him some kudos there. He's going to make the call with his 1 gapper. Prestige is definitely calling.
Just for that one board, though.
This is what we talk about with Prestige, right? He's not a maniac in the sense that he's going
No.
to bombs away and call
Hi,
off.
Kings.
He is going to see a lot of
I had
flops.
3 hearts in
A
my
lot
hand.
of
I was
flops.
like, maybe one.
Normally
I had
70%
2 aces
deep
to worry about and queen 10.
But he's going to see a lot of flops, and he's also, if he's wrong, it's going to be because he was aggressive. It's not because he's going to call off his stack.
Yeah, and Prestige is
Yeah.
going to.
Just so damn.
He's gonna hit trips, right? He's so far ahead. But funny thing is, Barber's got outs, right? He's got the backdoor flush, straight flush draw, and a straight, right? Straight draw. And Roy's got the same straight draw, but he doesn't have those spades.
Oh, wow. They both have the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Optimize, who had the best hand pre-flop.
getting big calls.
This would be an interesting turn.
Yeah, they're looking for a 9, spade, or 6.
Oh, the 5. It's
That's an
kind of an action killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Catboy hit, but no, I'm sorry. Percentages didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Prestige. I'm sorry. He still has the better full house. It's a little tough for Catboy though, because now he has basically the second best full house.
Yeah, I think Catboy you have to call.
Especially given who's betting, right?
I mean.
Because Prestige would bet ace high with 2 pair, right?
I think a lot of people would bet ace high here because
Yeah.
it's just so unlikely that you hit that flop, your opponent hit that flop. So, well, 6-8 would have got there.
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Yeah, I'd just say. Oh, he's going to lead out here. Now we're going to see some acting from Prestige.
Yeah. Oh, this is good acting.
Oh,
Look
this
at him.
is.
He's so confused.
He only loses to pocket 5s, right?
Exactly.
He's going to make a kind of a small raise. And we've seen Prestige use this sizing before, this 1.5x, 2x type raise. And this is, I mean, if you're Catboy, you call, you know.
Yeah, this is a tough spot.
Even ace high might make this bet, right? Thinking you don't have any of that. Because even if you had a 4, you're counterfeited there with the 7s and 5s. So now, if you're Catboy, you don't raise, you just call. But you got to call. I mean, unless he just knows. Just stone knows.
Wow. Nice fold.
Show him the ace.
Yeah, just show him just the ace. Yeah, that would be.
Give him the heater.
It was really the ace on the bottom that got the
Prestige here on a roll here.
Doesn't come. I make the
I used to do that. I used to tip only in cash because I record all the
preserve
sessions.
your stack.
Yeah,
Your
yeah, no,
king's on the
it's
bottom.
not much.
I figure pretty good the whole way, and then an ace comes.
I record how much
is
tips I
already on
put
the
out,
top.
how much hourly.
Yeah. Yeah, I track everything. as
Yeah, I
well,
tracked
yeah.
everything, and I know we talked about that a little bit. You'd be surprised how much money you spend just playing
It's
poker, getting a massage. Although massages are well worth it.
You know, I had never done it, and then I think I've had 3 now. I'm not really a massage guy at the table, but
He would have called it
every time I I think I should do that more often. That's really great.
Yeah, I used to. I don't really do it as much. I used to get 2 massages a session, so $120 a day.
Oh, wow, that'll add up.
$500 a week.
Yeah, that's steep.
$2,000 a month. You're like,
20.
I thought I made this. I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, you know, especially your neck tends to get a little stiff just sitting there, especially if you're leaned forward.
And your hands, because you're shuffling.
Yeah.
I shuffle.
Oh, I shuffle
100%,
until my hands
and like
cramp.
after 5 or 6 hours, you're like, what the? Hey, in the chat, that's a great question. You guys, when you obviously all you play poker, you watching. You guys get massages. That sounds weird. I don't mean to say it like at the table. You know, you getting a massage while you're playing poker. You know your thoughts on that.
Well, the nice thing about it too is you pay by the minute. So if you're just like, hey, I've got this one spot on my neck.
Give me 15 minutes.
Give me 15 minutes, and it's not very expensive.
Like $1 an hour? Yeah, $1 an hour.
Or I think it's $1.50 a minute.
I'm sorry, no, not dollar.
Yeah.
I think it's $1 a minute because it's
Is it
$60
$1? Oh,
an
okay.
hour. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I guess I lucked out.
Plus tip, always tip.
Got him with this place.
I always just
You give it to
I hand them an amount of money and I say, tip is included. Just stop when it's gone. That way I don't have to worry about it. You know?
The saddest part about a massage is when they start shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's over.
Yeah.
I've actually been to home games where they have a masseuse there.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I just a couple of times, just like, that's weird. I'll take 30 minutes.
The ladies that do it, at the card rooms, I think they make pretty good money, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And do a great job.
Really?
So Phony says, so cringe.
Digestive problems?
Let's see.
What kind of dog do you have?
I agree with you on the eating at the table. I do not. I mean, occasionally I'll see players with a bag of chips. I'm like, oh, that's coming around to me eventually.
Yeah.
It's just that it's just so. I mean, that's.
Are particularly smelly foods. You
Oh,
know?
I won't. I won't mention what type of food, but yeah, I totally. Fish. I've seen somebody eat fish in a
Don't
card
eat-
room. Like,
yeah.
are you?
I get you're trying to be keto, but could you keep your tuna fish away from the table?
From Costco.
Phony, I agree on the massages at the table to an extent if somebody does it like the whole session, or if they do it where they pick their shirt up. I'm a little.
Oh, I've seen that.
That's when it gets a little cringy for me.
I
but
see.
If it's just a
oh.
little, if it's just a
But
little
I think
neck
it's the
and
masseuse
shoulder,
that does that.
yeah,
It's not the guy doesn't say, "Go ahead and lift my shirt up."
Yeah.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah.
They're like they'll just like
Yeah.
almost over his head. I'm like, oh,
I don't need everybody to see
I
my
don't need to
back
see
fat.
or the back acne.
Yeah,
I was just a 40, right?
Yeah, it's 20-40, so you're the first one to go now.
Clay might be my favorite dealer. I had a couple here.
yeah. Clay's excellent.
I did 20. You can straddle anything you want, though. You can straddle any amount.
I could go
Sick.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, Clay always keeps the mood light. Really excellent dealer.
Yeah, we have something in common. He loves sports. I used to play a lot of golf myself, so. You have. Not well, but you have. I mean, I took a bad beat. You don't. Yeah, you don't feel very much.
Catboy with ace king here. Barber with 10 jack. Let's see what Tyler does with ace 5. Looks like he entered the pot for 50. Open ender for Barber here. Actually the best hand, although technically Catboy's still ahead with ace king high.
Love Barber's hand. It's funny. I've seen ace king a lot tonight, and they've never hit.
They really
The one time ace king
yeah,
would have hit, it was folded, and it was all.
It would have been a huge pot, yeah, if he'd have called. But he made the correct laydown. Speaking of Roy, earlier.
I just think that somebody also has an ace, and that's why. And here we
Now
go.
they
I
hit.
say that.
Oh, and 2 pair for Tyler. Tyler's about to get paid by Catboy.
Oh, wow. This is tough. But I don't think it'll be too bad because the flush did get there, like the obvious draw. And somehow the pot's only 157.
Yeah, maybe we had a misread again of. Not sure. Catboy, I don't think would have just folded.
Would you have a big
Interesting.
ace?
Woo! Thank God.
We got another comment here when they start closing their eyes and getting into it, rubbing the ball. I've seen some weird thing in these massages, like
Yeah.
they'll be doing the elbow in the back and looking on their cell phone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy doesn't even know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just doing the very passive.
Yeah, they're like,
elbow
they're
in the middle of the
texting.
back. Yeah. Sam with kings again. Optimize playing 9-7 suited. I particularly, that's my non-premium
Kings
favorite
for Sam
hand.
again, and we see Bones here in the chat. I wonder if that's Bones. Do you know Bones?
I do know.
Yeah, I
Bones.
wonder if that's him.
That would be fantastic.
Well,
if, you were to
if
join
it's
the
the Bones
game.
that I know,
Exactly.
I'm not going to say his name. We do have a seat open. We have 2 seats open, actually. We're doing this till 10.
Plenty of time.
Love to. I've never commentated on. He's a really good player. I haven't seen him in a while.
Fantastic player.
Yeah.
I saw him maybe 3 weeks ago, but yeah, used to see him much more often.
Well, we used to have the 5-10 game here on Thursdays or Mondays, and he would
This is the
always-
one time I
Yep.
played with him.
Yeah, be a fixture here. And that's when I played with him, is in those. He usually doesn't play 2-5 a lot. I'm not saying it's beneath him. He
Yeah.
enjoys the bigger games.
I played that game a couple times. It plays so huge. Usually the $50 or $100 straddle would
Yeah,
be on.
I mean, you should go back
mean,
and watch me play 5-10.
yeah.
My VPIP's around 12%.
Yeah.
Because of the straddle, right? And then there's the double straddle. So it's a 25-50 game.
Yeah, it really is.
And so the opening range is 175.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
That was a weird hand.
All right, we have another ace king here for Tyler.
I was confused.
Definitely going
after.
to put
I thought
some
I
money into
messed
this
up the
pot
action.
here. It was a raise by Barber, which
It's
is a
actually really weird play.
very
right?
good raise.
King,
And,
queen suited.
but yeah, it's a very strong hand here, but he's dominated. He is suited. Tyler's going to bump this around that 300, 350 mark. Maybe makes it much smaller,
120.
I think. Is that what?
That's what it looks like.
I can't see. No, to 210.
Oh, 210.
Yeah, that's really small.
Yeah, it's still
He
small.
wants Barber to call, and especially if he knew what Barber had, he definitely wants a call. And so we are going to a flop here. King would be devastating, but instead,
Oh, wow.
oh, this is action. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Combo draw with the nuts for Barber. I actually like Barber's hand better because it's tough, right?
Dead 50-50.
Because
pretty
you have,
hard to do
yeah, I mean,
post-flop.
and he leads out. He leads out small, which we would call that a blocker bet. He's hoping just to call.
It's not going to be a call, I don't believe.
Yeah, phony. 10 to 12% is embarrassing.
Since you didn't know it was there,
And he is
I
going to
think Barber probably jams. I mean, at this point,
He
he's
can't
got huge
fold,
equity.
right?
His stack is about 600. He's got to go with it. Yep, he goes with it.
Twice would be great.
To the roof, Batman.
Yeah, phony is saying that 12% is embarrassing. I agree. I don't think it was that low. I can go
And
back
it's a
and
flip.
check.
We'll see
Yeah.
if they go twice.
It's a no pros game. There's no. Everyone either has a job.
I really like
Very
Barber's
unusual
hand.
post
Yeah.
flop. The two hands have exactly 50-50. They are going twice.
Oh,
First one to
go
Barber.
once. I meant once. He wins twice there.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to see that. Oh, he gets it all.
Oh, wow.
No, he doesn't.
No.
No,
it's
I'm
chop.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's a chop.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he had a straight draw.
Well, technically,
With a
it worked
10.
out exactly the way it was
Yeah.
supposed to. It was 50-50, but yeah. Barber's, he's played really well. He just hasn't had a lot of good spots, but probably wishing he'd gone once
That is
there.
a great flop,
That was
though.
like a presumed straddle. I thought you were good chance you could have been weaker than ace king.
Oh, yeah.
No, what, you thought you were straddling, writing like.
That was raised.
Yeah, with a tournament,
Oh, I misread that.
I
thought he was gonna straddle,
I
now
played
he
tournaments like
straddled
I mean,
game or raise.
I'm really aggressive in tournaments. That's probably why I'm not a good tournament player.
Yeah, well,
Although I've got some big cash wins. If you look on my,
Guns.
Hendon mob?
yeah, that's what it is. See, I don't even play. I haven't played tournaments in years, but
My grandfather
before
died
that, like
last year.
first time I played, the first tournament I ever played, really the first time I ever played poker. I played cash for about a week, and then I entered a tournament with Venetian Deep Jack,
Shotguns and like all kinds of
$600 whatever.
So I didn't want, my
And,
grandma's still alive, so it's
I
not
came
like
in
I
third
Nice.
out of like 800.
Wow. That's an excellent score.
And I had, it was funny. You're a bad player when you're on the final table, and everybody's asking you, "What's your Hendon mob?" I'm like, "What?"
Oh, you don't even know
I
what
didn't
it
even
is?
heard of it.
Wow.
And so they told me about it. So I looked at everybody's Hendon mob, $1 million, 800,000.
Yeah.
They looked at mine, it was like zero.
Zero. So I'm about to have one.
I'm about to get some money.
shooting range I went to with a buddy who used to be a Navy SEAL.
I'm a
and he was teaching me all about
98% cash
how
player.
they work and stuff.
I think my Hendon mobs, this is just kind of a funny status. I'm the 10,000th winningest player ever in Texas.
That's good.
So it's, I figure there's
I
been,
didn't. Yeah, I know they do
several
keep this kind of.
100,000 or
Yeah.
maybe millions.
Well, so there are 7.5% of Americans in the United States play poker.
Okay.
So you can kind of reverse engineer that back. So you get 7%. So 21 million, right? 21 million
Yeah, well,
people
it'd be a little
play.
more actually, maybe like 25 million.
Yeah, 25 million players play poker in Austin area. So we're really
usually do
reaching
too. I
here.
just,
There's almost 1 million people in the Austin area.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 70,000 poker players, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
guess
That's a
it's
lot.
There's a lot of
That's when you break it down like that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's only
Two flush draws here actually, so
he's got a
Optimize has
Optimize
the
has a
worst of
combo. He's get a 6 though.
it does have a combo.
When you see 2 nut flushes, that means no one's going to get one.
Roy's actually ahead with his pair of nines. Probably does not love his kicker.
And he doesn't
especially
want to
the king
see.
on
He
the
doesn't
turn.
want to get 2 pair with the 6. I would love to see, of course, a 6 or a diamond just for
Yeah.
some blood here, but
See if Roy comes along. He's on the tighter side, but
Yeah.
has been mostly correct in his
we've seen Optimize really grow in poker the last 2 years. He was primarily a 1-2 player for a while, and then he was playing the 5-10 game for 6 months until we don't do that game anymore. We've seen his bet sizing grow and grow, so he's really grown as a poker player.
When I started playing 2-5, he was already an established player, so I'll admit I learned a few things watching him when we used to play that game on a multiple time a week basis. So yeah, Roy lets that go, and I don't blame him. I would have folded it as well.
Yeah, you got Catboy behind you. The king came.
You have a weak 9. Yeah, you can't continue. A diamond on the river would be pretty ugly for Optimize.
Sorry, Optimize. I'm actually rooting for a diamond.
And there it is.
Unbelievable.
They both think they got there.
Both think
Optimize
they got
thinks
there.
he got
There's
there.
going to be a bet, a raise, a re-raise.
Yeah, see stack sizes. Yeah, Catboy is. He might double up here with the nuts.
Yeah, he's got an SPR. He's not quite 1-to-1, but it might as well be, right? $1,400 in the pot. Optimized with a little bit more.
I bet Optimize goes 800 here, maybe 9.
Well, he wants a call, so that would, you know.
But he's shown that he's betting.
That's 400? No.
500.
500? Okay.
Like a little.
$450? I really like the sizing.
Oh, okay, so he took
If he's targeting like 2 pairs, something like that, even you know, a king here. Now Catboy's got the nuts. He doesn't show it, but he is doing cartwheels. I mean, he's going to jam here. Now the SPR is 1-to-1.
He didn't jam. I think he did 1.1. Oh, he went almost all in. Which is scary. I think a jam would have been better.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he didn't know how much money he had behind, but I doubt that.
Yeah.
But Optimize is just gonna pay this. I mean,
I don't know about you, but when somebody bets 80, 90% of their stack, it looks like they're dying for a call.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's brutal. For Optimize.
And of course we see Roy there, so I was ahead of everybody. But yeah, that's tough for Optimize. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You hit your draws, you're aggressive all the way, and yeah. Surprising the diamonds came out considering they both were having the same.
Well, you have to apologize for Optimize because you called for that diamond, so it wasn't my fault.
I always call for blood.
No, it's true. When you're on this side of it, it definitely is more entertaining.
I actually wanted a 6, so Roy would have 2 pair and Optimize would have the straight. But all right, we haven't seen an all-in in a bit. That wasn't really. Might as well be an all-in.
If you could possibly. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
What'd you say?
$10 straddle.
Oh my god, you got it, man.
Optimize used to be a snuggier type,
Say the idea on the line.
snuggier player,
God, you're an idiot.
Which made it really easy. I don't want to say easy because poker's not easy, but it made it less difficult to figure out where he was in a hand. In the last year and a half, maybe longer, he's really opened up. Although he did lose that hand, and it's a tough one for him. But he's normally a winning.
Yeah.
This type of.
Most of the time, if you watch the stream and Optimize is playing, he's in the green. That's just a tough spot.
Although he's been having a bad run here lately, last couple of months. All right, so Optimize is going to flop. He's going to flop a lot here. He's going to gutter with the exact same situation he was in before. I think the equity is actually going to favor him, right? Yeah, it actually favors him. Probably thinking, I'd rather have a 5 than a club.
He's going to go ahead and fire.
9 raises.
And I think Roy's probably going to let him have it.
Wait, Fernando said I can't fold this?
Yeah, he's like, I can't fold this.
Oh, wow. It's coming along.
Obviously, he's
surprised.
probably thinking, and that
Got
is
you
a
over
great,
as this
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
And that's a great because we talked about it earlier. Like Legia exploitable if you always fold to.
Oh, and he nails it on the turn.
Yeah, I would check now if I was Roy. Is it him? Who's first to act here?
No, optimize this option.
Okay.
Roy's the hijack. Yeah, optimize. This is kind of how. Did he jam?
He did.
He did.
Well, he's only at 700 behind.
Yeah,
A
he's
little
gonna
over 1-to-1 for him on the SPR. Obviously, Roy's calling because
Yeah,
what did he
he's-
call the other the other street for?
Yeah.
Actually, this is he should be calling quickly.
I mean, I can see why he doesn't love it, but he has to call. 'Cause he could be behind some sets, 2-pair.
Two pair would be tough in this scenario,
I got a draw.
unless it was ace. Or something.
Ace 8 or
Yeah,
and
ace
some people
3.
play suited ace deuce, suited ace 2.
Do that, man. Do that.
All right, he needs help.
Oh, that's
Not good.
That's it.
Roy's going to get it all.
Nice hand.
Tough break for. I mean, I guess you can say that's why you don't play 6-4 because it puts you in those spots
Yeah, it
a lot of
does.
times.
That's true.
right.
I think in the long run, 6-4 is not a profitable hand to play, but it sure is fun though.
Oh, it is
when
fun,
you hit it,
especially yeah. Well, and your hands are so disguised when you do hit them. It's a little bit more like sets, you know, than if you have ace king and you flop comes ace high.
And you're
a
the
lot of
pre-flop
times-
aggressor. Everybody
Right.
knows what you
Yeah,
have.
everybody.
Or assume they know.
Amanda's
So.
coming in, everybody.
It's like optimizes rebuy.
You're wondering, I think that's an orange chip. It's orange color, right? It's $1,000 chip.
Okay.
Here at TCH, we do have lockers for the players if they want to keep their money here. So I have these are new chips here, and they've been on here for a while now. I had some of the old ones I just found recently. It was like $100. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it was $100. Now they won't. I can't because it's
Past the deadline.
yeah, it's past the day. I didn't even try.
How much is that? Is that 1,000?
So they
Can
are,
be a memento.
yeah, I guess.
And I'm in for 3.
Yeah, I remember when the thousands were plaques. I remember the first time I got one.
Oh, I've got pictures of them. Yeah,
I felt like I was playing high stakes in Monaco or something like that.
yeah. It's not that I've always had a lot of plaques, but they're really hard to shuffle. I try.
Yeah, they are hard to show.
I only had only had
But
6
man,
plaques
betting
once.
one feels nice.
I actually never bet one. I only had it a few times, and I had 6 plaques once, but I never bet them.
Yeah.
There's not a chance.
Lost all of them.
All right, we have Phony saying Phony Ferguson. Is that supposed to be a play on Tony Ferguson? I'm sure it is. You know who Tony Ferguson is? The
Yeah.
fighter? Yeah,
Yeah.
great fighter.
Probably so. Yeah, it has to be that.
Thank you.
Oh, we're in a bomb pot. Okay. Whatever. This is not Optimize's night. For him, though, we still have over an hour and a half. We have, who's got an ace here? We have quads by Barber.
Wow.
And he just checks. I wouldn't mind getting a
Gotta
little
start
money
to
into the
build
pot.
a pot a
Yeah,
little
because
bit.
you think you have other streets
Yeah.
to do that, but
You run out of streets quick. when
they're,
you run
everybody's
out of
gonna,
minutes.
the draws are gonna disappear. All these players, right?
Nobody
So
with
now
a
you're gonna be
9.
heads up here. Optimize does. He's got a gut shot here, and he's got a entirely. Oh, it's heads up. So trying to see. So aces on top, aces and 9s. Tyler has 10s on. So it's a scoop here for Barber. It looks like,
Or no.
isn't it? Aces and 9s versus 10s and 9s.
Oh no, we've got a straight for Tyler on top.
Oh, you're right. See, that's why.
I was so focused on the pocket pair, but yeah, it's got a straight. Oh, poor Barber. He's got to show his quad 8s that he didn't really get paid with.
Now, I think
Not much you
most
could do
players,
there.
yeah, I think most players fold a straight there in a bomb pot. You really got only something on one board, and the board is paired. A lot of times it's getting quartered. I mean, there's so much bad stuff there.
Yeah.
We know it was bad.
And the
stuff.
pot's not big enough for you
No,
to
it's
fight
not.
for at that
Someone else
point.
please have the aces.
With them.
Me. I'll take them. I volunteer.
Seems fair.
Amanda in the box stealing now. Placing clay.
Are you active on social media?
I am.
I know you have a job and everything. I don't, so I'm active on social media. So I think I'm friends with like every poker player and every dealer here, but we never say hi. Like I walk by Amanda,
Yeah.
or I walk by Clay, or I don't, it's not. But we talk all the time.
Yeah, I'm
It's weird.
friends with a lot of them on Facebook, Instagram. A lot of the players here. It's funny when I post anything about poker, they're the ones that comment or like,
Yeah.
Being looked at.
Other folks in my life don't know what that is.
So don't judge me, but I'm a big fan of like 80s and 90s music, and lately I've been like the soft kind of ballad music, love songs, whatever.
Nothing wrong with that.
And so I liked an artist from the 90s. I'm not going to say who it is because it's embarrassing, but I made a comment like, oh,
You like
love
Right
your music.
Said Fred? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that's not embarrassing. I'll fight anybody who says it that differently. But they responded to me, and I got such like,
Oh, really?
It was, you may not even know who this is, Sixpence, None the Richer.
You exploited
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't name a song, but I've heard of that.
So I commented
You know what?
on Instagram, and they commented back like,
That's pretty
now
cool.
nobody really knows who they are or who the lead singer is, but Leia Nash. But anyway, I thought that was
I'm trying to
Less
think.
playable.
no one. She's not really famous, semi-famous sort of.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because I'm pissed about the last one.
All right.
I'm about to get my money back.
Thank you, phony. That actually comes out wrong, phony, calling you phony. But yes, 80s and 90s music were the best.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
Oh,
Well, I grew up in the 80s, and the 90s. I actually don't even know, like, the last 10 years. I have no
think
idea.
80s and 90s is my favorite also.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
new music right now. That's how I just.
It's just all kind of the same.
Man, can we see a flop for
I did
20?
need you to go back to see 8.
I was trying to think of the most famous person I've had an interaction with. Do you know the comedian Mark Normand?
No.
He's kind of, I'm big into stand-up comedy. I even do open mics myself sometimes.
Ooh, I'd love to see that.
And I'll never invite you because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of people I know.
We're in the middle of a hand, man.
Maybe if I get better at it. But I put a joke comment on one of his posts and he replied or whatever. So, it's kind of exciting.
Our
He just-
Sanctuary says, yeah, the song Kiss Me. Yeah. God, it sounds so.
Does anybody in the chat know who Mark Normand is? I'd be curious.
That's even more obscure. That's even more. All right, and Caploy gets 2 pair against top pair. That's
C5, Justin, a.k.a. Malcolm.
Caploy's going to get paid here.
You're probably good at that too.
Tyler has to call.
Yeah.
Didn't love his kicker, I'm sure, but
A couple of really good players going against each other.
Well played.
Thank you.
Since we're sharing here, did you? Well, you didn't know. In the 80s, I was a dancer.
oh wow, okay.
In the 90s, I used to break dance.
Oh really? Wow.
I have a cane now and I barely get around, but that's. I'm not saying that was good, but I used to enjoy that.
If we were playing Two Truths and a Lie,
Yeah.
that was one of them. I would have definitely.
I would have
missed that
definitely,
one.
yeah.
Fair, I didn't do anything egregious, I'd say.
Those are all those icebreakers from work today.
Yeah.
Optimized with a pair. He is looking to. I think he's down 4,
3. I think.
3. Okay, so he bought in again. He's gonna raise it. I think what makes a really good poker player, and sometimes I get asked this question, you know, what makes a, like I know, but my opinion is what makes a good poker player is not worrying about money. I know that sounds, well, what do you mean not worried about it? Like, he's not letting his losses affect him. He's still playing the type of game he wants to play. Whether it's good or not is irrelevant. But he's not deterred. And there comes, we see Uncle T back.
Oh, wow. We got the uncle back.
Took a little cool off. Probably went to the bank. You know, that ATM only lets you take $500 out.
I know, it's a bit irritating.
And you got to keep doing it if you. So yeah, it's always good to do that beforehand.
Yeah, to your point though, one of the skills is if you're having a bad session or you get stuck a couple buy-ins. I mean, some of the sessions I'm most proud of is if I stuck in there, kept the level head, and then just got back to even and went home.
No, that
feels like a huge
That
win.
feels much better than
Yeah.
It's not, but it feels almost as good as winning. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Yes, phony. I have diabetic neuropathy, so I have like my left leg is
Do you have to scan out
the
of
best shape, so I do walk with a limp. Hopefully, I'm hoping this time next year I will not be using the cane.
Because there's no way to retrieve
Probably will be.
That's a lot of information to give up.
I think what I'm afraid of most is if I stop using the cane, everybody's gonna come up to me. Oh yeah, you know. I just,
knock you over.
I'm like, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, people are probably a lot more cognizant if you have that as a little bit of a sign, like, hey, don't give me a big bro hug.
Yeah, I'm not. Uncle T. He's consider him a friend. He's really fun to play with.
Yeah, nice guy.
Super nice guy. Yeah, probably one of the nicest here.
He's a tough player too.
Yeah, he plays a lot of mixed games. PLO plays a lot of that. In this instance, his opponents are going to flop. No, he's still got. I thought I saw a 7. All right, here we go.
If I can help, just let me know. 7, 8, 9, just fold. Thank you.
We should play stand up, right?
Graphics
Can
were
you do that?
a little lagging there, but small pot goes to Tyler.
Do they do stand up there or no? No?
Not like a no.
Yep, we are posting. And straddle from C. Or 10.
But they still do lose.
Could you help me out, please? Thank you. Sorry. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 makes 35 with a kiss.
Catboy raising Jack 7 offsuit.
Folded the Queen of Hearts, didn't you?
Maybe a little bored, but he wins.
It's the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, he's really opening up his range.
Yeah.
He does have a decent position there, but
It's red flags.
From Prestige.
What?
Just 2. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. Left 10, proceed 9.
I'm kind of the same way, Mr. Turkison. I hate saying phony, but I can walk without a cane, but I'm prone to feigning. So the cane actually helps support me.
Oh wow!
In that aspect as well. I actually had someone tell me, "Oh, you're using the cane wrong."
What nerve?
It was it's a really good friend of mine. I won't say his name,
okay.
but Tillman said you're supposed to use it on the other side.
He's a friend of mine as well.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
he did. He's like, "Oh, your left leg hurts. You're supposed to use it on this side." I was like, "No, it doesn't make any sense at all." He's the physical therapist. Like
he actually helped my dad out with a back issue. So
I went there one time 2 years ago, I think, and I was so sore afterwards. I just said, nah.
That was enough.
I know he can help me, but
yeah.
Everybody has a 7, huh? I guess we're not going to
Lots of
see
sevens.
trips here.
Yeah. I mean,
Ace kicker is good.
The ace is the best. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Yeah, the ace is the best hand. I was thinking got counterfeited with the 7s and 8s there.
Tyler going for thin value or turning his hand into a bluff. It's going to get called. See the bad news.
It's a good call by Roy.
I don't see Barber calling.
Not with someone else calling there.
Yeah, exactly. The call behind by Roy is probably going to deter him.
Yeah, it was almost 1/3 pot bet, so that's usually value, thin value.
He's going to call.
Wow, Roy's going to take this down.
He was getting good pot odds. I mean, it's not a bad call.
No,
I actually met Barber at a game about 2 weeks ago, so it's kind of interesting to see him playing shortly after first meeting him. Nice guy.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ferguson. You as well. I mean, I actually can't complain about my life at all. I'm retired. I get to play poker. Retired early. I just got some health stuff. That's all.
Live 10 and seat 1.
Have a 7?
Greetings, River Rat. Thanks for the comment. Would love to get down there to Rio Grande Valley soon. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, how far? How many hours is that?
From here,
I'm thinking it's not more than 6. Right?
I was going to say 5.5.
Because I've been to Padre Island. I saw Padre Island.
It's
that was
right,
6.5 hours.
Around that distance.
They have really great tournaments down there too. I see them occasionally. Lots of paired board flops this evening. Well, we don't see what Uncle T has had, but he typically doesn't bluff unless he sees weakness. But this is a call here with an ace, with that double board, paired board there. I think Uncle T needs
bets
to.
again. I'm going to assume that he has a check.
Yeah.
Oh, he already checked. Okay.
That means he has an 8 or nothing.
Yeah, an 8 or nothing.
He took a stab at it. If he didn't have an ace, he was behind.
I suppose he could have ace deuce, but he's going to call. He's got an 8 or an ace.
Yeah, he doesn't have. It's either a chop or he wins. Or a king. Pair of twos. That would be a silly call.
Yeah, I guess we did. Well, so Catboy won.
10. Oh, so we had a 10 high. Certainly ambitious.
Having it. I love it. What the hell is that, Taylor?
What's that?
Full house?
What'd you say?
All right, we're off to the next hand here. Alaska hasn't been here, but he's leading the way in PFR. Looks like he hasn't played a lot of hands. He's kind of locked up that win.
Yeah,
it feels
I
like
almost said that earlier.
Yeah,
Sam is
like,
thinking, how much longer do I have to sit here with this $3 profit?
I know. Well, now it's a hit and run, and he would be
Yeah.
chastised and roasted here. But he was only supposed to play till 6:30.
Yeah, so he's putting in his time.
Yeah, he's the game tonight is a little bit tighter than we normally have, outside of
the one explosion.
Yeah, that a lot of these players are more of your for-profit type players, and
Three interesting hands here, though. Uncle T smashes 2 pair and checks it. Oh, and Optimize has diamonds and 2 overs, so.
again, he has
Again,
he has
yeah,
a flush draw again. He's like tired of these flush draws. He's like, I have to call, or I have to be aggressive. Right?
Look at Uncle T looking at his him grab.
That is such a tell.
It is a big tell. Yes.
We're going to see a raise coming here because of the diamonds out there, right? There's like a lot of draws. The board's kind of wet, although it's low.
I agree with that. Maybe what should happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if a call.
And these guys are friends. These guys play a lot of poker together. I don't say they're friends, but kind of know that.
They're
but
acquaintances.
they have played a lot of poker together, and he has to raise here. I know that he's seen Optimize.
Eight goes all in.
He's gonna.
He calls.
That's what. Oh, he went all in.
Did he jam?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Optimize is calling. He's
He,
like,
I mean,
I'm already
he
stuck.
had to do that because the flush is out there. So if he's trying to get him off,
Yeah, he goes with it.
Optimize. All right, so yeah, I don't like the call. I could be wrong because Uncle is who the person is, right? Who the opponent is.
Yeah, I mean,
Uncle T's not doing that with a 1-8. Now he's got a boat.
oh, wow. And they ran it once.
So yeah, like Uncle T's doing that with at least 2 pair, at least, right?
Yeah, a 2-pair or a set is.
Yeah, he's not doing that. He's not even doing that with the flush draw. Not doing
Yeah,
that
I
with the
don't see
combo
him.
draw. He's just calling. So it looks like more like a set, actually. He actually showed up weaker than normal there, but
Optimize
that's the
is-
way. That's the way Uncle. I like the way he played it because I knew he can't just call, right? Because he's not going to get like that 8's going to come. Optimize is
It
not
would kill
calling
the
anything
action.
now. Yeah,
Yeah, he actually got max value by jamming. But
this is a rough night for
yeah, and
Optimize here. He's down 5K.
he's just run really terrible for the most part. I mean, I can't think of any. I guess you could make the argument maybe he could have gone away from the 9-high flush, but I mean, that's very debatable. Other than that, he's just kind of had second best of it.
I mean,
you know,
he had.
No, Craig's in challenging me to come to the 25.
He was never dominated.
no.
So that I can spill some more blood.
Still looking forward to Bones showing up here.
Get that. It's the only one.
I feel bad.
There he is,
Oh, there he is.
and that is the Bones.
Now
we
I didn't know he
expected.
just showed up. I was just saying. I
That was a great
was
timing,
just, I was
Dante.
just thinking, yeah. I may have to go out. Going to go say hi? No, I may have to go out there and say hi in a second.
All right, Dante stepping away to say hello to our new player, Bones. Excellent player here in the Austin area, so it'll be very interesting to watch him play.
Here, actually, can I buy 10 black off of you? You don't have to. It's not a,
All right. Roy is out.
yeah, I'm gonna straddle.
Before
Straddle,
doing
straddle,
the big
straddle, straddle,
one.
straddle, straddle.
Gone.
I looked at one. That's
And we're off to hand 57. Typically, by we end the stream at 10 o'clock, we'll play usually between 90 and 100 hands, so kind of on schedule here.
That's not a last one.
What's your name and how much did you come in?
Bones.
Yes. And you came in for 3. When I told you we had someone new, I thought you would have.
Looks like we have a lag in the graphics here. Barber is clearly folded, so looks like it's catching up. Looks like Bones has actually raised his first hand, called by Tyler on the button. In position.
Okay. I need the 2 people that have cards to rescan.
And it looks like they're waiting for the RFIDs to read the cards properly, which occasionally takes a moment. All right, now we've got some hands. So Tyler's got 5-3 suited and has made the call.
We're calling like daily. First and second travels, maybe it's overseas. It's not like
Alright.
And
You ready?
it appears Bones is going by Owen. So
That's weird.
for the first time that I've seen, with his pocket 8s. Still ahead, well ahead. Tyler hits a pair on the flop.
I thought you had it. My bad. One check.
Really? Called him a communist bastard. That sucks, flavor.
Owen's still way ahead, which is hard for me to call him.
And Bones is not even his real name.
Yeah, yeah.
It's an interesting run out there.
Yeah, I imagine this just goes check, check.
Yeah, Tyler
Tyler has showdown value.
Yeah, he's got some showdown value. I beat all aces that don't hit there.
Button is good.
Went out there and said hi to him briefly. I did see Sam leave, though.
Oh, he okay.
Yeah. We talked earlier about like poker pet peeves, massages, eating at the table, which I
Now
do.
have feet open. Where Roy was.
Washing your hands after you go to the bathroom.
That's a good one.
Because you see them in there, right? They just
Yeah, they
walk
just
out.
walk
You're
out.
like,
They don't want to miss their blind or
I know.
a pot or something.
Poker players, and they.
For the most part,
Yeah.
I feel like people, yeah.
I just experienced that.
My other pet peeve is when somebody there is frustrated and they muck their cards kind of hard and they kind of fly up and hit the dealer.
Oh, we see that all the time.
I hate that because you shouldn't have stuff thrown at you while you're at work.
That would upset me if I was.
That's a big pet peeve of mine.
What is it? And I want to touch it. That's it.
Anyone drink? Here?
Right, thanks.
5 checks. 6 moves of 10. It is good. 3.
Catching up here with the graphics. So Barber wins a very small pot here with bottom pair.
Sam has just cashed out.
I think I know why the stream's not
3
successful.
All right, so we have 2 seats open again here. So it looks like Roy left.
Is everyone negative
It looks
now?
like Roy.
Did he get filtered while I was
Sam
gone?
left.
or-
No, he
Oh,
did
yeah?
not. He
Okay.
must have wanted to book his. It was a little over 1K win, I think.
Button is on 3. Dead button. 4 is 2. 5 is 5.
It's also here.
You basically commit to losing all your money or
You looking at the chat?
Is that right?
It's also-
'Cause I left early last
Oh,
7, 8, 9, and 1 4.
we're a
It's not
little
like- It
behind.
wasn't voluntary. It's my girlfriend.
Good luck.
I thought it was
Monster.
a walk.
You almost took it down.
In general, the rules.
Yeah, they were just
Catboy has 5K
Yeah,
in
it's the
his
first one I've ever
stack,
left early. I felt
so
bad.
players can. I think he's probably the biggest stack.
5.
Top and middle pair here.
It is a mess. Well, if you put me in, I'd be a great seat. I'm not going to
Barber
get
really
off.
bet $5? I guess so.
I thought I saw a jack on the board, but it says 2. Oh, there's jack. Okay, well now
5 checks. 6 bets 10.
They won, so they left.
Button is in seat 4.
Prestige all of a sudden has homework to do, and he's up.
I mean, he left his money on the table at least.
At least
Well, I did say
Yeah. Oh, Roy won 2.6 actually.
He just said he had to go.
Calling it a
But he
night.
did say
Pretty
when
good
I
night.
went to reprieve earlier. he
Yep,
did say
Sam is our big winner right now, 3.1.
like 9 o'clock. I think he said something about it.
Optimize is down almost 5K.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could just be a coincidence that,
7 fold.
Yeah.
3 people up money and then they're all.
Have you ever lost
They're
5K in
all
a
up?
session?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8
No.
folds, 9 folds. 1 fold, 4
Have
I've
you?
lost 10 twice.
Yeah.
And it was just coolers.
6 folds.
Set over set.
Just stuff like that.
Set. Oh, it was just, on the stream too. I lost both on the stream. Set over set twice.
Gee, you got to watch back and relive it.
Yeah, and they were both 9s. I
Yeah.
flopped 9s versus 10s and
Both
jacks.
times. Oh man,
Barrels live stream.
my worst loss is 3,300.
4 folds.
Bro, we were talking shit about you. Are you married? Are you married? No. Is that what it is?
150.
I can't call.
6 folds.
Aggression's going to win. I probably would have folded that too. 4s and 5s with a 10 kicker.
Yeah, Dante said that was on the pool table.
He doesn't. Yeah. Yep.
You gonna sit down?
Will you put 5 up for prestige for me, please? Thank you. Yep, you can straddle to 10. Seat 8 straddles to 10. Seat 9. Seat 1 one. 5 raises to 35. 6 calls.
Suited aces, suited Broadway cards are always pretty. Gutter there for Uncle T.
Yeah, he's now back. At a good 30.
2 overs with that straight draw.
Yeah, still ahead.
8 calls 30. Heads up. 8 checks.
Uncle T smashes his straight.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, they changed the card. I think it was an 8.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think that it
Oh, no, it's
changed.
not.
But
Buttons good in seat 6. Thank you.
Just my brand.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Is it really like that much?
yeah, Uncle T chipping back. I think he was down 2K at one point.
Yep, he got
So
that.
he's-
Got that double up.
528 from
Optimized,
Optimized.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
$1,700.
Yeah, if he goes home anywhere near even, I would say he's probably relatively happy with that after his run-in with Alaska.
I think if Optimize is only down 3K, he'd be happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Picking up an extra 2K.
Yeah, he's due to be on the upper hand of a cooler or something like that.
See a lot of former dealers getting promoted lately, right?
Seems that way.
Yeah, I've seen they're all wearing the long sleeve white shirts, and their language got better. All right, so you got some
Open-ender.
similar hands here. Barbara's got a much, well, it's got a straight flush draw. I'll take that back. Way ahead.
Oh, I thought he got there. For a second, I thought it was a straight flush. Wrong red king.
So he's going to need a queen or a 7 here for Catboy. The queen, though, is not what he wants because any ace.
Yeah, it's nearly.
But actually, it is. We can see the cards. It's easy. It's easy to play poker when you can see the cards.
Yeah, it is. I'd be so good if I could see everyone's cards. Yeah, I try to stay away from chasing bottom end of straights.
He had a straight. He already got there.
What's that?
He had a straight. He hit a straight.
Yeah, but I mean, just
no,
in general.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's still got the straight flush draw.
Oh.
But I was like, no, he got the straight.
Yeah, he was drawing basically dead. Good game, PL. Oh, Poker Monkey. Now I understand.
This is our 3rd table we've had in a live stream. Remember the very first one?
Oh yeah. It had the kind of high sides.
It
Like
did,
this one
it did,
better.
but it did have the little thing where you know where to put your cards. This one doesn't. And then we had that one in the middle that was black and white, and the white was so bright on the screen.
Oh yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Now we have the Halloween one, so we're good.
For the most part, this one reads correctly if the players kind of
yeah, I
pay
remember
attention.
some of the
but
misses on the other one.
Occasionally, stuff happens.
I haven't really looked at the chat in a while. Let's take a peek here.
That is absolutely correct. For a new tournament today, guys.
It's the most confusing thing ever.
Prestige has also been really quiet as well.
You can like add on, and then you can add on even more.
Live 10, live 20.
What?
C6 makes it 85.
I actually saw him in the other room watching an iPad. I'm not kidding.
They're all going to add on to the max. It's going to be like, they're all going to be in for 200. Well, maybe not everybody.
Yeah, not these players.
I think that's the intent.
We need Prestige back.
It took him like 9 minutes to explain this. This is their first week playing this way.
5 and 6.
Anything that takes that long to explain is probably too complex. Yeah, not a good idea. Mostly he was getting blank squares.
5, 10, and 8.
Yeah, Uncle T only down $600. That's a win.
Makes me think about pocket jacks.
That is obviously. That is obviously just, that is Mr. Potato Head and his wife, obviously.
So you're probably wondering, a lot of times when you play poker and you step away from the table, you don't get dealt in, you miss a blind, but here on the stream, you get dealt in.
7.
No missed blind buttons.
Yep, you're going to have to play,
American Potato
you
Gothic.
have to pay the blinds.
1.
Barber just limps King Jack.
Bones is probably Owen's probably upset because he saw all the action early. He's like, that's when he said, I'll be down.
Yeah.
Gutter here for Barber. A 9 for Uncle T. He's really opening up his range.
Yeah, he definitely has.
I normally don't play 9-7 off, but hey,
I
he's
play
ahead.
9-7 suited.
Suited, yeah. I almost play any suited gapping cards. It doesn't matter. I'll get the 2-5 suited.
Alright, guys, bump high.
I am not playing any more fucking modifieds.
You're done? He's out.
I'm out. It's a good night. I'll hold him
It's
going.
Bones.
In the bomb popping.
There you go.
So Bones has now been corrected.
Yeah,
We're
I don't
hearing
know
from
why
the
they got
producer.
Owen because that's not even his real name. Him and my wife share the same name.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll say that.
We'll just add 15, I guess, for the dealer's sake.
You ever text somebody that has the first name and it was the wrong person like when it comes up?
25, 12, I guess.
I did that with him.
Yeah.
Prestige and Optimize sound like the names like 1980s.
The worst is if that is in a dating scenario.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's really worse if it's two girls the same name.
exactly.
All right, so we're seeing.
I'm not saying I've ever done that. I've just heard
No,
that it's
yeah,
a bad
of
thing
course.
to do.
So we talked about missed blinds, but with bomb pots, we don't put the ante in for players missing. In case
I did not
there's
agree to
confusion, which I
25.
think it was. Just in case. So we're looking for, well, there's nothing, no flush draw so far. There is, you can see clubs there, maybe tens, kings, and queens.
4 makes it 100.
Bones is going to lead out. It's always saying I have a straight. It's never saying I have a, no, it's always saying I have a set, not a straight.
set.
Straight's never lead out, but and that's what he has. And
9 holes.
And I believe you did nail it. He does have set.
he does, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
with straights, you're only in call mode most of the
Yeah.
time. Well,
Just be sure it holds.
it's a pretty good card for Bones there. The flush did get there on the bottom, which makes Barber's hand, but it paired, so he's not going to feel very comfortable with that.
It's also not the nut flush. Which
Yeah, I wouldn't mind just throwing this away, right? It's
Barber jam?
yeah.
I guess he did.
Well, he only had 500 behind.
Yeah. Well, we'll chop it up, most likely.
Okay, so I've got king high flush for the bottom and set of 10s.
Turn the dealer is 1 yard up. Next hand, 800, 1600, 1600 big blind 8. Next hand.
Yeah, Frank, that sounds like my rolling there. My last roll was a 7, and it took me 2 weeks to get up to 10 points. I rolled a 7. Let me get that 1 point back here by.
Sorry.
Whoa, that was kind of cool.
I have 1 point
I
now.
was expecting like a
Yay.
Building back
Yeah.
after your
Probably can't get it tonight, but
devastating
next
7
week.
earlier.
Yeah.
5 makes it 37, 8.
I need a scan.
That might be my favorite hand there. Queen Jack suited.
I'm cautiously excited when I get queen jack suited. Got to be sure not to overplay it, but
Yeah, it just looks
it's a great
pretty.
hand.
But my and I think I've said this before is never go all in with a queen in your hand. So I don't know why I like queen jack suited, but
Top pair for Bones.
plus the gutter there, the redraw to a straight.
He texted you too? I need to respond.
And that's it. Barber turbo folded.
Yeah.
I didn't drive actually, so I'm not a risk. We're gonna be riding home. We're gonna be riding home with all the windows down.
You do that to my car, just
Well,
Yeah,
the straddle stops there because he's not there. So
that means that you just somehow found a way to lose $4,000 in the 25-cent game.
Is Uncle T still playing also?
Twice now.
Yeah.
It's like Dealer mucked his cards.
4 makes it 15.
Oh, now he's back. A little late.
You know, the ads for Chick-fil-A.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure. Have you had their new sandwich? It's really good.
The one with Minto.
Yeah.
it's weird to know that the action player is optimized.
Yeah, that's true. I bet Bones maybe starts to push it a little bit at some point. But.
Well, he was watching the stream earlier.
Oh, wow. Barber flops 2 pair against Ace
Oh
Queen
no!
Bones.
Now he's still ahead.
Actually, the card changed, so it's 7, not a 5. And then Bones gets there on the turn.
Whoa, whoa.
You're not a pimento cheese fan? I knew there was something I didn't like about you.
So he
I knew
makes it 50,
You like
5
tabs, you don't
extra
like
pot.
pimento cheese. Okay.
Yeah,
It's the Bud Light of cheese.
pretty sure Barber was going to be folding here.
Champagne of cheese. It's the Miller Lite. It's the Miller Lite of cheese.
Anytime you have to add something that's supposed to go in the middle of an olive into cheese,
We got a fancy cheese, guys. The worst.
yeah, I do.
What do you like, smoked Gouda?
I use words like Gruyere, just drop
Gruyere?
them. Drop
No.
them.
Gruyere, schmear.
Spell it.
Gruyere.
That's not it. That's
Yeah,
not
I
it.
bet you
I don't
$100.
think.
Oh, I thought they were saying. Oh no, he's in the big blind. I was like, put his straddle in.
Pretty sure I was wrong.
All right.
I just
Uncle
can't
T
read
could have straddled
the
there.
commentary if you can hear us talking.
Ouch, Chuck. That 11 was still higher than my 7 earlier.
They're probably still talking about how you don't like pimento cheese because that's egregious.
Egregious. That's like ethically questionable.
I've seen that a lot the last year or so. People always playing their suited king, no matter what it is.
Him
I
not
have
liking
tried
pimento cheese is
to
like insulting someone at the table.
Bring that into my game a bit, cautiously. You know, it's not. Oh. Okay. All 5s flop.
He's done this before.
Is that true?
Not him. Somebody else.
What's your favorite
But
cheese?
playing suited trash kings,
You like cheddar or
essentially,
something?
you can find yourself bleeding away, you know, unnecessarily. So I try to play it in position. Of course, suited.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
eaten 2 gallons or pint. I don't know, whatever the size of that is.
Or even 3-bet light with it against a player you think you can get to fold.
Well, Uncle T has a full house now.
Full house.
The monster 5s full of 4s. With the
He
ace four.
and he checks it. I mean, he's got the winner, but I mean, Tyler does have a bit of showdown value, right? Oh, he had a 2.
Yeah, they both.
They had
it
a
was
boat, yeah.
First boat for.
I'm making mistakes here. I didn't see that.
It's about as sad as 2 boats can be
Yeah, it's-
in the same hand.
Like Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom likes to give you back money.
I'm gonna call.
Yeah, unlike
I
Uncle Sam.
never Uncle Tom. Nobody wants to be a man.
One is
Well,
two
you are kind of
seed.
asking for it.
We have the double straddle on.
Straddle's
Now. That's
back
good.
on. Yeah, double straddle.
Triple straddle.
Five makes
And
it
it,
one.
oh, quadruple straddle. I think, or was that a raise?
I think that was a
Oh, it
raise,
was a
yeah.
raise. Okay.
Smaller raise. Ooh, the ace-10 does not call.
Can I just let me have it,
And
man?
Owen
You gotta
there
fight
is
for
going
every
to
pot?
I mean, I have to be beat job on this.
Suited Jack 3
I'll flop him with 2 pair here.
What are the odds Chris lets me do this?
was dominated, and
Catboy does have a
Nails the
flush here.
Bob job.
yeah, Catboy has some equity, almost 50-50.
Mom,
Counterfeit? Can you say counterfeit?
Check, check.
That's the count. It is a count, sort of count. They both have
Yeah.
2 pair now, 9
Now
kicker.
that's flush. Flush for Catboy.
Yeah, I think Catboy can get paid here for sure.
Yeah, he can. Oh, wow.
Oh.
He's even going to get a chance to raise.
Makes it 275.
But Bones has no reason to believe it's 2 pair.
Yeah, I mean
Well,
now I
2
don't think
it's not
Catboy
really
can
that.
re-raise. I mean, we can see his cards, but you know, a better flush got there. Now
Yeah.
the boats are available. Some weird boat that
Probably
got
just
there.
flats. Nope, he's going for the raise. I think Bones probably going to lay this down.
It's almost a min raise.
Yeah.
That's very
The
valuable.
only way I could see Bones getting caught in this is comparatively, he's a very high stakes player, as you and I know. So
Yeah, I don't think Bones will. I mean, he loses to any 4, right? He could have a 4 there. He could have, obviously, the flush.
Any better kicker
a better
to a jack.
jack.
Yeah.
There's just so much. Yeah. Now, if the board wasn't paired, he can call, but
oh, is he going to come back over the top? He is.
wow.
Oh, max pressure. Oh, wow.
He turned his 2 pair into a bluff here.
That is a. I love it. I can't wait to see. I mean, if this works, because
It wasn't a huge raise either. It was, I mean, I guess it was a big raise, but
it's
1,600, so
it's almost about 3x, a little more, right? Because it was 4.
275
4x,
plus 275, so 550. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the blender. He loses to every full house.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking that Catboy should just call there.
Any better hearts? Yeah, he that's the other thing, is he's hating himself for not just flatting. I've been in this spot too, but guess he's talking to himself in his hood.
Yeah, and Bones knows he's behind.
Oh yeah, Bones definitely.
Especially
knows
now
he's
after he's
behind.
going through this torment here. Oh, I thought he was going to fold.
I did. He needs to be careful about moving his cards
Yeah,
forward
so
like that.
for me, I'd probably fold in the exact same situation.
Oh yeah.
But I wouldn't have raised.
Yeah, I would have just.
probably
called.
called,
It looks like he's really trying to talk himself into calling. But
Let's see, min raise. Well,
I'd love to have a couple.
I wonder if it was something about Catboy's smallish min raise that kind of Bones sniffed out that he maybe could get him to fold.
Oh yeah, I'd go on the espresso.
yeah, I mean,
Espresso. Yeah, that's pretty bourgeois.
I think the other thing too that's interesting here is, I mean, to 99.99% of people on Earth, this is a lot of money, but to Bones, this is not really that big of a bet. So he might just be seeing if he can kind of.
and I
push him
commentated on
around.
another stream, the 2550.
What called on live stream?
This was
Yeah.
this was the straddle all the way around.
Right. He's-
So
do
I think
not
Bones
envy
read
Cat
this
here.
situation correctly. He's saying to himself that Catboy is not that strong. He's just not, right?
And I would say though that Catboy is maybe a little stronger than Bones thought he might be.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have tried this if he knew he had.
He's representing the flush, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, Catboy never has a 4 because he didn't really bet on the flop, right? He could have just a jack here, but he blocks those jacks. So.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Catboy. I mean, he lets it go. Wow, Bones.
I was going to say smile.
He shows it to him.
Did you? He slammed.
Wow.
He pounded the table.
Wow.
Oh, he doesn't even say nice.
Oh, he looks a little sick. Yeah, that was a really tough spot. I mean, but, you know, Bones is a true pro. I mean, it's... when he sat down, I was hoping to see stuff like that. Yeah.
You don't see him smile a lot, though.
No, you don't.
It's really...
Yeah.
Nice play. That's a high-level move there.
That is a high-level move.
You did say that. You did say that for sure. All right. I'll go tilt.
Oh, no. That's yeah.
Yeah, for a cat, it's not even a flush, right? It's a boat. It's a boat in that spot. You know, maybe 6 is over 4, something like that, right? 4-6.
Yeah.
It's a boat. It's a boat or a bluff.
Yeah.
It was sort of, he merged his range there, right? He took his top pair and turned it into a bluff.
Wait, they got your name wrong?
I said
someone.
Bowen and Owen.
Someone.
Now it's back to Bones.
That actually can be tilting.
Absolutely.
Because you're playing the what if, right?
Oh, yeah.
I would have $2,600 more because that was the pot at the time of that.
Yeah, I mean, he would have won a huge pot if he calls there. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, he's losing to all the full houses, and even though Bones wouldn't have done that with a better flush, most likely, he's, you know, there were, what, 3 more flushes that beat him?
I think for me anyway, I think Catboy didn't think he had a flush because a flush usually wouldn't raise right there.
Right. Yeah,
Probably, I mean, for me, and boats would, or bluffs. So it's not even 50-50, right? It's most likely 90-10 that it's a boat if it was kind of betting. So I don't mind the fold at all.
No,
I mind the min raise almost. That he should have just took that showdown, but
yeah, if I'm Catboy, I will admit I would have done the same thing.
His Lightning McGravy pants. That's his real name. Lightning McGravy pants. Small.
Got a couple players taking a break, it looks like. We do have 2 seats open if you're in the Austin area. I did go out there and saw we have that tournament tonight.
Yeah.
It's a PLO tournament.
Yeah. If I wasn't in here, I'd be playing that.
I like PLO tournaments. I'm not a PLO player per se. I do play
Me
a
too,
little cash.
but I enjoy the tournaments.
It's fun because you don't have,
yeah,
and it's
you
only
run good.
what, $60, $100 bucks? Yeah. A couple buy-ins.
We've kind of run the gamut here. We had jamming all in blind all the way to a level 10 out of 10 play by Bones.
Yeah.
Post flop. So.
And they're all like at the table. I haven't seen that play before.
Yeah.
The only thing is Bones usually doesn't show.
Yeah.
He usually doesn't show because he doesn't want to give information. But I think in this game he's like,
yeah.
This is I think this is a big game. Bigger game.
I agree.
But for Bones, it's probably a smaller game.
Yeah.
So didn't mind having a little fun with everybody. Now we're not gassing him up. He's not the but he is a very good player.
Yeah.
There are certain players that and that's what makes me a good poker. I'm not just kidding. But there are certain players that I will not play at the table. Even though I might be friends with them, I won't. He's close to being one of them. There's another guy named Westlake. You know Westlake?
Oh, I know Westlake. Yep.
So we were playing this is 2 years ago. We were playing 5-10. I'm under the gun with aces. And it was a straddle. So it was $25. I just called. Bones actually is on that game. He raises the 150 at ace-9 of spades. He goes all around to the button, which Westlake. You know what? You said you know Westlake?
Yeah, I know.
He raises it to 550.
Wow.
He's got kings.
Oh, goodness.
So I only have 4K, which is a lot of money. I had 4K. I raised it to 2,000. So I limp 2,000, 25 to 2,000. Fold. And it gets to him, and he folds kings after a minute. That's incorrectly, right? He said he gets asked about that all the time. How'd you do that?
I've folded kings pre-flop.
Yeah,
time.
I mean I've done that too.
And I did it
just because I didn't want to have 6,000 in the pot.
But it was a guy that never. I got 5-bet by a guy that never does that. I was just like, my kings are no good here. And I folded him face up, and fortunately, he was nice enough to show me that he had aces. I'll never forget that hand.
I think it was my fault because I was back then. I was really, especially in that game, I was very tight, and
yeah.
I think if I would have raised a little bit,
right?
Yeah, the jam or the
limp re-raise.
Yeah, that's
but
always aces, and he blocks kings, right?
Yeah.
So it's
yeah. But shoot, you still won a nice pot.
I did.
I
won like $700, $800. Yeah,
bucks
but I was just like, man,
with no sweat.
And everybody's, in the chat or like, man.
Oh, that was on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Everybody's like, that was amazing.
Hold on, do we have an $8,000 pot? That can't be right.
Sixes versus Jack 7? No, because no. I apologize, everybody, for rambling on there, but well, I see Bones with all those chips in his.
The graphics are wrong.
Yeah, I was like saying, wow, we really screwed the pooch on that one. We didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say we missed the biggest part of the night, but no.
Cat's looking for a little revenge here. Bones does have a boat, but I mean, it's not your traditional boat where it's going to be a good a lot of times. But I don't think Bones is not folding.
Yeah, see, I agree. I've noticed this about higher stakes players. They're much stickier with their pocket pairs, even with overcards.
Yeah.
On the board.
And
I wouldn't be surprised at all if he calls.
And I think the mistake Cat and Bones knows this way better than I do. Catboy made was he wasn't betting all the way, so what could he have, right?
Right.
He doesn't have a 4 because he would have bet that with the flush draw out there.
Oh,
Doesn't have a queen. He's going to lay it down. Nice play.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't have a queen. He could have a 10.
Yeah, the
that
10
would be
is probably the reason for it.
Yeah.
And he wanted a sip of his.
All in my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right.
Right.
That's all. It's just an opinion. So someone says, love Mark Norman and his friend Cruisin' Joe.
Oh, Joe List, yes.
Cruisin' Joe, I didn't see the list part.
Samuel, also a fan of Joe List, yes.
I can only go to comedy shows when I'm in Vegas.
Samuel, if I said that quite a while ago, so you may be on a delay here.
Yeah, that was at least an hour.
Yeah.
You just beat me in a big pot. Now you guys are going to needle me?
Appreciate your taste in comedy.
Are you into movies at all? You may have talked about this, and I apologize.
Yeah, I know you like oh my gosh, horror movies.
Oh, yeah. It's the best. I watch a horror movie every night.
I'm not a big movie. I enjoy them. I just don't necessarily. I'm not a buff. I will say.
Oh, I'm totally. My wife hates horror movies. So she sits on her iPad in the bedroom while I'm watching horror movies. Yeah, she's watching cat videos or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever works, as long as everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Right?
68. Sorry. All right. Thank you guys so much. Sorry for the frustration. Thank you. Oh, look who decided to pull us today.
You know. I came back because I saw you sit down.
8 holes.
I just started, and a lot of people don't want to admit this, but the Fast and the Furious movies, obviously a lot of people love them because they wouldn't be so successful. I just started watching them, and I fell in love with them. Like
They're great.
Yeah, I only saw the first one like years ago, but I haven't watched really. So I watched them all, and I was like, oh man, that's amazing.
Excellent. Yeah.
How do they get a Pontiac Fiero into space?
Yeah. No, I think they're great. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen quite a few of them, but Yeah, I feel like the people that say that Fast and Furious or movies like that aren't good are the same people that'll be like, well, it just wasn't intellectual enough for me. Well, of course, it's an action movie. It's not supposed to be thought-provoking.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, just enjoy it.
That's what. Yeah, it's like $1.8 billion.
Yeah,
it's like whatever that number is. I don't even watch cable. I don't even watch cable TV. I don't even have cable TV anymore. I have
streaming. I don't.
Yeah, I think we have like $200 and something just in streaming service. I have all of them.
Oh, I think you.
Yeah,
mentioned that one time.
Yeah, between your.
I have Fubo that I enjoy the most.
I just don't have that one, so I don't have all of them. I can't even name them. But.
It has everything I need. Oh, we got some queens for Barber. Barber's been pretty patient. He is not really had the best.
Look at him struggle with this. He's like, oh, what do I do?
And it's prestige. He's trying to decide if. Oh, so I don't know why that money went back in the stack.
Yeah. Trying to think here.
Oh, maybe.
What's Barber doing? I think there might be I think they called stop. He wouldn't take this long, would he? Maybe he would.
Not sure.
Such a. For me, it seems like a tell, right? You take so long, like, what do I do? Okay, I'll just raise in this
I've got a
situation.
real hand. Contemplate.
You have the normal option.
Just queen 10.
5 folds.
Queen 10 on the flop, please. Or Jack 9.
Or Barber, king high.
Nobody likes that flop. Ooh, Prestige has got some life here.
Open ender.
Prestige should raise this, yeah.
100% he's gonna raise.
Oh, yeah, he is. And he then clicks it again.
Insta-call by Barber.
Not a huge fan of the min raise there. Just call.
And misses.
Because you're only going to hit that 20% of the time, right?
Here's an early prediction, though. If Barber doesn't put out a block bet, Prestige is going to put max pressure.
I like just the check call right here.
Yeah.
Because with the block bet, what if you get re-raised?
I mean, it's for the rest of Barber's stack.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had 2 boat blocks.
Feared the king.
I did not.
Yeah.
Speaking of streaming services, I just got Shudder.
I have not.
It's only horror movies.
Oh, really?
So they have every horror movie in the world.
That's the name?
Yeah, it's like $5.99 a month. It's like the cheapest.
Basically, all you can eat horror movies.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, now you're back to bones. It's going to be straight value.
So our TV in the bedroom is kind of old. So it doesn't. I can't get the app for it. So I had to buy a new TV. So
good excuse to buy a new TV
for the bedroom.
Oh, we got a new player.
Oh, who's this? He's new.
Looks like he
Name
goes
is
by
Trip.
Trip.
He is a new player for sure. And he's got Bones to his left.
I hope he knows who Bones is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. Not sure if he looks maybe vaguely familiar. Maybe I've seen him just in the.
He looks like the actor from
Yeah,
Stranger
I have seen
Things. Probably don't watch Stranger
I don't know
Things.
who that is.
Oh yeah, he's just some actor. All right, so we got Barber with a pair. Bones has a flush draw. He's in better shape than he should be, and he bets it and wins. Bones is saying, I'll be able to make my mortgage soon. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm told it's time for a pot.
Casually flicking in.
It's like a newer name, I think.
Trip bought it for 500.
That's his hand, but he gave a name to that hand because it's
Good for him. Maybe he's taking a shot.
Do you take any tells with a player that maybe you've never played with before, based on just the way they handle their chips and bet? And
So people always, some people always ask or they say, about tells and stuff like that. They're always saying, "Oh man, he's got a poker face. He blood. You can tell." So the one tell that is pretty true, works for me, in mid stakes like 1-3, 1-2, some 2-5 is bet sizing. Right, so a lot of if you play with a lot of players a lot, or let me know, certain players a lot, they bet the same with when they have it. They do. They just do. It's just natural. Right? What makes you a better poker player, in my opinion, is varying that, being more balanced. And you'll see that when you go up in higher stakes. A lot of 2-5, a lot of 5-10 games. We'll see that. But bet sizing in smaller stakes is always, you can always see. And also bet pacing is a tell. Now, it doesn't mean if somebody always bets fast, they don't have it or they have it. But a player who always bluffs and bets fast when they bluff, you can pick that up. Sometimes when people take a long time and bet pace and bet slow, they could also be bluffing, but they always do that same thing.
Yeah.
Of course, that backfires a lot. But
yeah, on the same token, one that I've noticed is somewhat reliable is, especially on the turn, if somebody's been the pre-flop aggressor and you say, you know, maybe float them or call them on the flop, and the turn card comes out, and they barely even look at it before they're reaching for their next bet, that's so strong. Because they, they don't even have to consider what that is. They just know they're betting because they have an overpair or what have you. That one's been relatively.
Yeah, I got to look at that one. I know that sometimes when, in this kind of the same scenario, if they C-bet, or they're pre-flop aggressive, then they C-bet, but then they check the turn. That's almost
that
always.
Means, oh, my C-bet didn't work.
That's either always weak or I got quads. Something like that, right? Sorry, guys, we had a bomb pot here, and Barber's going to take it down. He did have a set on top and absolutely nothing on the bottom. I can't tell if that his hoodie is multicolored or it's just been laundry day or something.
I'm hoping that it came that way. I know you're kidding, but
I know, I couldn't help it.
It does look like he spilt coffee.
Like
on
he was
it
working under the car, just changing the oil. Oh, I got to be on the stream.
Oh yeah, I'm late for the stream.
Yeah. If he watches this game, he'll never wear that on the stream again.
He's not scanning. He's trying to hide his information.
All right, I'm rooting for Tripp. Tripp's got a big hand here. Good raise, good raise. It's the straddle to 20, so that's actually a really good raise. He gets called by Bones.
Suited 5.
I think Bones, if he thinks Tripp is a newer player, could have re-raised in there or just fold, right? Because Tripp is. I'm not saying Tripp is a newer player. I'm just if Bones' interpretation, right? So.
Tyler's got a real hand also.
Oh, he's got to re-raise this.
And he does 400, 500.
Okay.
400.
Yeah. I do like to call Tripp based on his chip size, his stack, right? He only had 500.
So James. Classic flip.
Don't get up.
Oh no, he's doing the.
All he needs is a backpack to put on.
yeah. You got to do that because.
It's a flip.
It's a little run good.
Oh, that's not good there. No draws. He needs an ace or a queen.
There we go. Double up for Tripp.
And Tripp. No, double up for Tyler.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tripp's like, well, that was fun. Did a flush come? Because I saw spades was on the flop. Bones had.
I wish you could have seen his face.
After 3.5 hours, I didn't see.
I mean, it wasn't important because he wasn't in the hand. I was just. We have another player coming on. Trying to see the face here. Seat 2.
I was going to keep telling you I pulled it back. That's what I always.
We've had a lot of players play this stream.
Very aggressive. He's taking the throne from Prestige, though.
Yeah, and Bones is usually not this. He's aggressive, but he's not this aggressive.
He's getting some hands.
Yeah, and he wants to play. All right, we'll find out who this new player is. He has got about 40 minutes here.
I have played with this
gentleman
I have. Before.
He had long hair at one time, didn't he? I think I can't remember.
Maybe.
Barber with aces. Oh. If it's the same guy I'm thinking about, he is an extremely good player. But I don't know. So small $30 raise over the straddle. Optimize. He's got to stop playing his suited connectors after tonight. See, that's the problem right there. Tyler flops the joint. Second nuts. And Barber with the ace of diamonds. This is all in. This is all in. Not so much you just fold this. This is all in.
It's gonna come along, drawing almost dead. Has to hit a runner full house. Tyler's trying to decide how to extract max value.
Yeah. Tyler Barber is not deep at all, so he's trying to get all.
Barber's
He's going to get all his money here.
He's going to jam. Hope for doesn't realize he needs a diamond. Optimize. Got to let this one go.
Yeah, for Tyler, the aces are in the wrong person's hand. It needs to be in Optimize's hand. It's like, I flopped it. That's why you play king two.
They had the suited kings like we were talking about.
Turn. Aces, king, diamonds.
Tough one for Barber there. Not much you can do. You can't put somebody on a flop flush.
Yeah, you got to jam there. I mean,
yeah,
you're probably thinking you're not good. Like, who would do that?
Yeah.
If you're good. But you have that redraw to the nuts, so.
Like
Amanda's like, why didn't you just push your chips forward a little bit? I'm gonna like, get up.
Well, you know, I've noticed a lot of times when people get stacked, they'll forget all kind of things. They'll leave their phone, or then they have to come back and get, because your head's sort of spinning sometimes right after, you know, you.
How can you call me with king deuce?
Yeah.
How can you call me with 8-6? He didn't see the 8-6.
Back to me.
Two seats live stream.
All right, so we've seen a lot of people felt it tonight.
Yeah.
So Shua,
this is about
that
the
doesn't
most
sound like the guy.
Different players I've ever seen in one
we've
stream.
had.
I think that we've had
like 14, 15 players.
Something like that.
It's,
I got 2 seats open.
Seen a lot of players play just a couple of hands. And
is that Shuai?
Every time.
that is him.
Shuai?
All right, so
Should be a good matchup between him and
help on the
Bones here.
What are you doing, sir? Relax.
I wanted to see you.
He shot up for like 3 hands left. All right. Tom makes it.
Uncle
Tyler
T.
with another big pair.
1 raises to 160.
Good sizing too. Nah, it really forces other players. They really can't speculate, right?
Bones going to play the suited ace-5 again.
Yeah.
I bet
he comes in for a raise though.
I bet he does. Yeah, it's going to be the wrong time, but
I don't. Let's see if he. I can't see what his chips are.
Looks like 400.
Oh, he did raise.
No, 500.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
And for Tyler, this is a.
Tyler is.
They're both deep.
Loving
They're
this.
both deep though, right?
Yeah, they are.
So, you got to raise, but you know the sizing is going to be important, right? Because
probably want to go at least.
You don't need to
12
go.
to 1500.
Yeah, I was going to say 1200 would be the
Yeah.
sweet spot because it leaves them open for a jam with queens and jacks, right? Maybe I wouldn't, but ace king is a possibility.
He made it exact 1300.
That's really good. That's good sizing. A lot of people go big because they want to. I don't want to see an ace.
Bones didn't want to see that, but I mean he's might go ahead and call and see a flop for that.
He knows that if he folds, people might raise him more down the road. And he knows he's behind.
Oh yeah.
He's actually not in too bad of a shape.
Terrible shape,
yeah,
actually.
He's not. I mean, he's one of the best players of taking down the pots pre-flop. It's kind of what he was trying to do there, but yeah.
Let it go. Nothing wrong with that from Tyler at all. I mean, this is a nice win and no chance of somebody spiking an ace. Nothing more sickening than looking down at kings and the flop comes ace high.
You know, for Bones, if an ace does come, his ace may not be good, right? That's the problem,
Yeah.
right? Ace king. That's an ace king move or kings. Do you recommend any good books to get better? I'm assuming poker. I read The Narcissist Guide to Texas Hold'em. I have not read that.
Neuroscientists, not narcissists.
Oh, I thought you said no. I can't. My eyesight's there.
That would.
I've only read. I didn't finish it because I hate reading. Doyle Brunson's book, the first one, not the second.
Super System.
Yeah.
I've read it.
But what really helped me was, training videos.
Mm-hmm.
I had a poker coach for a while too in the beginning. But yeah, there's so much good poker content. I wouldn't. Although I do watch I do watch vloggers a lot. I wouldn't really learn from that. They only show you the hands that they've made some great play on. But there are a lot of good poker sites out there, but streams are really good because you can learn GTO and Math Wizard, and you can buy your own solvers and say this is what I would do in this position.
Oh, we have it real quick. We have a set against top 2.
Oh, it's Optimize.
Optimize on the wrong end of it again.
I was like, oh, Optimize is going to get paid. He's 99% thinks he's ahead. What? Slow playing. He can't think he's behind. Oh, boat versus boat.
So Optimize finally gets there.
He gets there.
Wow.
This isn't all in here. Although
Optimize has to get
small.
all of it.
He should bet 200. No, he's not first act though. It's
okay.
This can't be. They can't
be
have
the right
boat
cards.
versus boat. This doesn't make a lot of sense here. Because I think Optimize would have bet that turn.
Unless he thinks that Optimize is so weak, the only way to get more is by checking to him to bluff.
Yeah, but I think Optimize would have definitely bet that. I don't know. Maybe
I
wrong.
think so too. But okay, he overbets 1,000.
I think he called a number out, 600.
Oh, okay.
Still an overbet. She was good. I think he's just going to call, right? Ace 10, Ace 9.
I think
he's just going to call.
Wow. If he just calls,
he's the
very
best player in the world. Optimize is like, I have the nuts. Like, there is no hand I ain't worried about.
If Optimize just gets flat, that might almost be tilting after the day he's had if he sees that he was up against another full house.
So if he just flats, he only makes $800 here.
Yeah.
He's obviously making it look like a bluff,
raise.
right? Like an ace would actually do this as well. If he just had one ace.
And he's carving out a raise, I think. Yep, here it comes. Optimize.
How much does he
getting
have
all of it.
behind? How much does he have behind? He's still got a lot behind. $1,600. You still have 11. Oh man,
Optimize is like finally my day turns around.
Those acting lessons are going to work out. You should look at his cards again.
All of it.
C9 goes all in. C2 calls. C9 shows aces full time.
That's just a brutal cooler for. I know Optimize has been running pretty poorly right up until that moment, but.
And he won 2,600 there. He's still down about 2, right?
I think he's still down about 2.
But like we said, that's a win. That's a win right there.
Yeah, from.
Wow.
Kind
that
of
was the Jack Leake's hand of the night.
Yeah, that was the beef jerky hand of the night. Yeah, brutal cooler for Shui.
Maybe?
Yeah, I'm getting there total really quick. It looks like 34, 33.
3 hands down 3K, 2K.
That's tough. Did nothing wrong either.
It's his total. Yep, and
I just was surprised the money didn't get in it sooner.
Yeah. Boy, what a difference an ace on the river makes for Optimize. Otherwise, that'd probably go in the exact opposite direction.
Yeah, the clay one.
I don't know if I answered that question about books. Like I took a few courses. I took Bart Hansen's.
Well, see, I was gonna before we got into the hand, I was gonna say, if you want to dip your toe, watch Crush Live Poker. it's Bart Hansen's site
Yeah.
on YouTube for free, and just see if you kind
I
of
did
like
watch
him
that,
and his
yeah.
teaching style, and then sign up if you want to. But
He
to me, books
commentated
are
here
kind of
for the first
antiquated.
year. Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't sit there and read a book, but they have have you ever done Bart Hansen's courses?
I've never done a paid one. I've just watched him on.
So I'm on there. Like what he'll do is he'll look at all kinds of streams all over, and then he'll dissect stuff. So I'm on there a couple of times, mainly for doing things. Don't do these kind of things that Dante's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Jonathan Little. Yeah, he's I think he's fantastic, and he's really good. Not only in cash, but he's really known for his tournament play as well. So it depends on what you were looking to do. But I studied under him for a year.
But I would definitely, just personally, I would say, instead of paying $20, $30 for a book, pay $20, $30 for a training site.
Yeah,
you can watch a video. You can, you also have the interactive part. A lot of them have rooms where you can go ask specific hand history questions or stuff like that.
I actually, I agree. I think it's easier to digest nowadays.
Yes,
watching a
way
video.
easier.
Or get yourself a poker coach. I had a great one. You know.
Talking about how this might be the worst game in Texas.
Who was?
And he was great. You know, my coach was the first person to really. This was probably 2 years ago. Really teach me. What do the other players have? Why are they making bets like this? You know, is it their board? I know it's little things now, but is it their board or is it your board? You know, kind of thing.
Just favor your range or theirs.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Did you have anything? I had 9.
So bioweapon, does that help at all
How do you guys think we could help improve it?
in terms of poker training material?
Sorry, I just meant the player pool.
It was a good read. It was a good foundational piece. It doesn't really, again, in my opinion, I don't know if it translates into this GTO world. Although I don't think Texas is real GTO. It's more exploitive.
It is.
Yeah, and so you gotta be able to do both. I mean,
I was going to say,
Yeah.
people ask me what I am, and I would say but I have the foundation of GTO, at least to whatever extent that I've understood it so far, but I have to have the exploitive part of it to be super profitable, in my opinion.
yeah, if you're just playing GTO, but the whole table's not,
Yeah.
you're probably not going to be
you're gonna
very
get lucky.
profitable. Well, he can't have, like I remember just last year, I remember a friend of mine had pocket aces, right? And he 4-bet me, but he didn't make it big enough, and I called him with 5-6 suited, and there was a 5-6 on the flop. I don't remember the other run out. And so he's betting, I'm calling, and then he goes, I got aces, I have 5-6. He goes, how do you have 5-6? Because he's a total GTO player.
And I'm sure you know this. That's the best possible hand against aces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just one of those, yeah, because 4 or 5, the aces block the wheel right there. But that's the difference in Texas and a lot of other places.
Yeah. Well, there's no solvers for what's your range when Alaska open jams.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
That's exploitive, right?
Yeah.
I got 2 broadways. I'm calling with Queen Jack suited, so.
I'll say this, I can feel the desire to leave almost.
The gutter.
Like, they're very antsy.
Optimize well ahead of top pair. Not much of a kicker. It's probably thinking about, I don't know what you would say, Dante, but Uncle T is not, if he has an ace, he's likely to have him out kicked. It's probably what Optimize is thinking.
He's just calling down, right? There's no real, there's really no, there's a 7-8 for a straight, but there was no, there's clubs, right, that missed. That's why Optimize is probably thinking, well, if he has clubs, he missed, and he's going to fire on the river.
Yeah, Optimize hates that bet, I would imagine. I wouldn't like it either. Because, in my opinion, A7 doesn't play great against Uncle T's range.
Craig has food too.
If he's triple barreling. I'm sure that's what he's thinking.
Yeah, and Uncle
I'll ask
T,
him afterwards.
Yeah, he doesn't really take this line either. When he bets, he usually is really strong or semi-strong. And you've got a weak ace here.
But he is showing that, you know, I mean, he mixes it up. This is 450 with hot air.
That's a tell.
And he got it through.
I know, but that's a tell. I see that a lot talking to
I'm so relaxed and strong.
So then he talks to your neighbor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Yeah, I don't blame Optimize for folding.
Thank you, Tom.
A7 there.
Sniff that out. No, you got real comfortable there.
Wow, Optimize is getting...
Optimize just said he looked real comfortable.
He's getting bluffed. He's getting value owned. He's not as nice,
well,
although he did double up.
Well, did nail that full house. So. Probably feeling a little bit better than when he was stuck.
His cap board now
5K.
down over 4K.
Action is on Tom.
I like that you pointed out the talk to your neighbor. While
Yeah, that's, I
bluffing.
mean, you see.
That's a good one.
I do that when I'm weak. Oh, hey, Kyle, what's going on, man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what was that
Call.
restaurant you were telling me was so good the other day?
And then you say, what are you talking about? All right, Shua, I think, I apologize if it's not. It's got the ace-king, a smallish raise, but there was no straddle, I believe, obviously. Still small for 2-5. You don't normally see the 4X. It's usually 30, 30, 35. Prestige makes a small, even a smaller raise, and I would expect him to come over the top here. Try to build this pot up. And Prestige hates to fold when he raises. He is not folding, unless it's some massive thing.
Yeah.
He could make it like 250 or something like that. Just make it ridiculous.
He deserves a little run good after that cooler.
And he makes it.
175.
I don't know. She made it 270? 185 to 180. Oh, he made it smaller. All right, that's cool. Got a call. He likes just the call. It really narrows his range, right? He doesn't have those top 8% hands, right? Top 5%. So he feels really good about that. Now he knows if he's an ace or king, he's going to win, most likely because his opponent doesn't have aces or kings or queens. It's just not the ace 9. Gutter here.
Somehow they both miss, mostly.
Yeah, we're going to see Shua. Probably going to see bet here with the best hand. He's got lots of outs, 2 overs with the 10 for the nuts here. Especially when you got 2 hearts on the. Gonna look him up. No, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Check
I'm
call.
sorry, I got the positions.
There's the straight.
There.
Love to see, and the problem is Prestige has now an open ender, right?
That is no good.
Yeah, I mean a king would be a chop.
Very interesting turn.
That's 400.
That's true. No pain involved.
7 calls 400.
How much was that bet? I didn't see it.
Looked like 400.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And he calls so quickly.
Yeah, it would have.
It's just he doesn't think about like is he calculating his odds? Does he think well I need this and this? An 8 would be
The front
devastating.
door flush gets there. That might slow things down.
And Prestige knows that he's going to represent that, but it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
7 bets 550.
And if you're going to try a bluff here, you might want to go a little larger, right? Although this.
Straight to the case.
Okay.
I thought he folded for a second.
I thought he folded
so
face
quickly,
up.
right?
I was yeah.
So I noticed with
terrified.
good players, right? They're incredibly balanced, right? And they also do the down bet, right? It used to be when I first started 3 years ago, you know, you're going to bet $100 on the flop comes, you bet 200. Somebody calls. Now it's the down bet, right? You bet $200 on the flop. You bet 75 if you have it or if you don't have it. We've seen the down bet a lot the last couple of years.
It's 55.
Yeah, I think people are more and more cognizant now, especially watching live streams, that large bets often indicate weakness and please fold.
Yeah,
So
and
sometimes, yeah. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say large bets also. If someone calls, you're beat.
Yeah.
So it leaves a little room there for.
It's very polar.
Four makes it one.
And Bones, who's been quiet, has got a nice hand. Suited ace queen. He just calls. That's very tricky.
No, he raised.
Oh, he did. Oh, I was about to say. I didn't want to. I don't want to speak out of turn against Bones and say that was dumb. You should have raised. But I'll do the tricky.
And that's enough to take it down. Graphics lagged a hair there, showing raise.
Bones is up 5K
In what felt like 5 minutes.
an hour. Yeah, in less than an hour. I mean, he started out a little slow. That big bluff to win 1,600 right there. That was amazing.
Very sick.
5 makes it 35.
All right, guys, we got about 20 minutes left. So, again, thanks for everybody for joining us. I really appreciate it, and thanks for hitting that like button. We do have another live stream this Thursday. It's a 1-3. We don't have any commentators for that. I can't do Thursdays, but we'll be back here Monday at 2-5 game. We'll have a special guest too, well, I'm not sure. Shouldn't say anything. But yeah. And also, like we talked about earlier, we do have 6 locations here now. We have 2 in Dallas, and they are hopping. They just had a series, a $1.5 million poker tournament series. They didn't get a chance to play that, but I wanted to. So there are some big poker tournaments coming up in that area as well.
Tournament players, your prize pool is now posted.
I could not deal that fast.
Scooping this one. I'm
Or that
scooping.
accurate.
Just announcing that.
When you play home games, as you know, you self deal. You're terrible. You're a terrible dealer. But I'm horrible. I have to stand up, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, you have to stand up and practically hand it to the person. Well, and especially if you're used to only playing with a professional dealer, it feels like you play 5 hands an hour.
It's like,
Yeah. But
some games, some home games brings in their own dealers too. And they just work off of tips. They don't pay them anything. They just, I think it's pretty cool.
Rule of mine. The first thing I ask is the
Way to go, man.
Yeah.
Killed their action.
before I commit. But because the one you're referencing was right in my neighborhood, I was like, well, I can.
I only did it because a friend of mine asked me.
Right. Likewise.
Yeah,
I didn't even know you were going to be there. So.
I didn't know. He texted me like in the morning of that and was like, "Oh, you have to play blah blah blah."
I was actually pretty upset when I saw you. I thought I was just going to be able to run over the table.
You did run over the table.
I'm just kidding.
You won the most money at my table. I only won $60. I know sometimes when you play against, I don't want to say they were bad. There were some inexperienced players there. I'll just say that. But sometimes those are actually more challenging.
Oh yeah.
Than pros because they call in. That guy was calling, which is ace high, bottom pair, and just stuff like that. And so.
Well, it's
There's
hard
no
to
bluffing.
get in their head and know what they're thinking because they don't even know what
Yeah.
they're thinking.
Yeah, they didn't.
So it's but it was a good time though.
You have another one on Fridays. I play.
Thank you.
All right, it's my last 40. I'm not doing it anymore.
What's going on?
No, it's
Did-
stuck in
do it?
mine, yeah.
Should I do it?
That's your call.
I'm gonna be belting it.
Yeah, why not? That's
Just for y'all.
So we're all doing karaoke after this? Got it. 2, 5, 10, 20, 40, 100.
All right, aggression frequency, not surprising, bones at the top. Prestige as well.
Misdeal. Nope, never mind. No. Yeah. Okay, just send them. Never mind, we're good.
April Fools. That's kind of far away from that.
That means I must have a good hand. Have to have a good hand. They don't want to miss deal.
So we just seen a lot of movement here at TCH
What
LIVE
is that, 80
managers.
or
A lot of dealers getting pride. That's why I like that place.
Cheese and crackers announced.
So yeah, we were just talking to TCH is moving. This location is moving just down the road, but to a bigger place. So I'm excited for that.
Much bigger place, right?
Yeah. So I've been told. I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen the schematics.
Yeah,
floor
I've seen the place. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I'd be open by August. November? Okay. Oh, perfect. Thanksgiving.
So Catboy
Yeah, I knew
checks his top pair over to Prestige. Prestige makes it 400. Actually, somewhat of a tough call with a deuce kicker on top pair for Catboy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm normally not even playing ace deuce.
Yeah, he makes the call though. Probably. largely
Prestige is
due
going to have to empty the barrel here.
Prestige's- Yeah.
And he's the player that'll do it. Like, if he thinks he can get through it. But I think he knows he's not going to be able to get. He's calling 400. He's probably calling anything we have.
Catboy made. Oh, he does win. Yeah.
Yeah, nice little profit there. Kind of down almost 4K, so that definitely helps.
Catboy was probably not in the mood of getting bluffed on the river again after that.
He
bonus
looks
hand.
more focused.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
looks more focused. And we talked about balanced players. I think people are going to disagree with me 100%, and that's fine. This is just my opinion. I think Prestige is very balanced.
I agree.
He bets the same. I mean, he's in every hand. So I think he plays too many hands, but he fights for every pot. If he has the nuts, he bets the same just as we saw right there.
You have to be a very, very good post-flop player to be profitable playing as many hands as he does, and he manages to do it. So, you know, I can say he's really fun to watch when you can see the cards. I've only played against him maybe handful of times, but he's definitely tough to play against when you're right there at the table.
It's at my house. I have a nice little
You don't know if he has air or he flopped.
It's a horrible feeling.
It really is. Yeah.
You're just in check call mode a lot of
Easily
times.
the hardest type of player to play against. Got
Ooh.
a bunch of pairs here. This could
Wow. So if you get two people, a 7 or a 9 is hitting the flop. 7. All right, so 7, 9, queen.
9 calls.
That would be
Fun.
a flip for YouTube.
That is not a good flop for anybody.
Not really, yeah.
All that raising.
Somebody could be worried about trip aces. Well, probably everyone.
I don't think if you had an ace, you'd bet here. Ace, king, ace, queen.
It's going to be very interesting.
I just heard an all in.
Did he? Bet 500.
Oh, I thought he said all in.
Yeah,
I was
heard,
like,
yeah, I heard something that sounded like that also. But
I think that that's a small sizing for the pot.
the thing that's tough here is Catboy has the best hand, but if Optimize doesn't believe Prestige, oh, he does let it go. This is, yeah, Catboy's going to have a tough decision here. Although Prestige is sort of short, he could just stick it in and live with it.
I like an all in better.
Yeah, oh wow, lets it go.
Prestige with the worst hand by far.
Yeah.
I mean,
just as we were saying, his post flop aggression is
just like if you had an ace, would you bet there? If you had an ace?
Actually, I was about to say when you said that, I mix it up. I do lead if I feel like it's players that.
So you play more exploitive, right? Exploitive?
Because a lot of times if you do check and then you bet the turn, people are like, oh yeah, he checked his ace. So sometimes.
Or somebody could have an ace and catch up with a boat there, yeah.
Sometimes by betting the flop when it's an obvious trips, people will actually not put you on it.
Call 25.
Okay. What's the last one?
9 raises to 150.
Yeah, I think that's one of my leaks or my biggest things in my hand is I slow play a ton. You've probably seen. I do slow play. When I hit huge hands, I slow play. And I miss some value along the way.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to fix that, but hey, I'm really known for slow playing and check raising. And I always have it when I check raise. So you do remember that.
Keep that in mind.
I keep that in mind.
Memory bank right there. Got some good holdings here as well. Optimize with another pair.
Tens, eights. Tens and eights there. Queens, for
again.
Catboy again. Obviously, we're going to see a raise here from him. Optimizing. He's raising a lot tonight. I mean, players are picking up on that. He can't always have strong holdings there. I mean, he's got eights. It's not his middle of the range, but
He just made it 750. Wow.
that's I'm taking it down right now.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing, but now Shua's got a real hand as well, right? Although we can see the cards, this is a call, 80% of the time here.
Just my opinion, I feel like that's a little too big to get max value out of your premiums like that, but also you have to keep in mind he just lost a decent sized pot with queens and probably just wants to drag one at this point.
He is pretty skilled. I don't think he's going to tilt there.
Back to back. Jeez,
A lot of times people jam. Don't show the queens. A lot of times people jam that, right? Because I don't want to say it's scared poker, but it's like, okay, I don't want to play poker anymore. Let me just get it all in.
You're right.
You get your ace king.
I'm done thinking.
Because I don't want to play a flop.
Yeah.
You have ace king. I'm hoping ace queen maybe. Let's jam. Let's go. You see that all the time, especially in small. Now these are much bigger stacks, right? You're playing 1, 2, 1, 3, $1,000 buy-in. But they're pretty deep there. You got my wife in the chat saying hi.
You run last place?
Yeah.
Tom, I need you to rescan for me, please.
Hi, Casey. This is Kyle.
Well, now you know Bones' name.
Yeah.
See, 7 makes it 40.
Yeah.
Although that's not out of character.
All right, Uncle T there. Suited. I love 4-5. Gosh. Tyler.
4-5 suited.
Yeah, I play 4. That's just a big raise. He calls the raise here from Prestige. We all know why. And Catboy is playing every hand now since he got bluffed. It seems like his VPIP is really high. We'll wait and see if we get those numbers. I do see a 5. Oh my gosh.
That is the nuts.
And Catboy with top pair. This could be. Oh, the flush. Yeah, I don't like Uncle T's check there. Especially with that flush out there. Oh, wait a minute. He has a boat. He doesn't care.
I like. Oh, and he's gonna get a raise too.
Yeah, because Catboy has a flush draw.
Yeah.
With the I guess. Right?
Pair and a flush draw.
Pair and a flush draw. He could also get a boat. He's thinking with a 5, which would be a chop. But there's only one more 5 left in the deck. He's like, did he just? Oh, he looked. He looked over Optimize and shook his head like, I can't believe this guy.
Yeah. The Hollywood.
I need a moment. You can't say that and go all in. You can't do that and go all in, right?
The reluctant.
Yeah.
The chips.
I'm not going to be bullied.
Yeah. Catboy's going to be tempted to bomb this for 350 or so to try to win, I think.
Yeah, I don't think Uncle T's going to get a lot
he
out of
gives
him. Let's look for some thin value here. I would go big here.
Yeah, but
Maybe I had the king of spades, right?
Catboy's not calling anything.
No, I had the king of spades. That's all I had. I didn't get my flush. Let me go 550 or something.
By the way, I regret that I've called him Catboy the whole time. I should have just shortened it to Cat at some point.
I called him Catboy all the time too.
It's
It seems disrespectful, but that's what he put.
yeah.
If it was more than 3 days, I would definitely be like, I'm not touching it.
Insta-fold. And he shows it.
Oh, he called. Did he
No,
call?
he didn't call.
Oh, I thought I
He
saw a
folded.
call there.
He folded so fast.
Only winning $200 with the flop vote.
Pretty good flop for 5-4 suited.
That was an exciting 10.
I think he needs to stop talking to his neighbors. I'm gonna look at if I play with next time I play with him. If he start, I'm like fold. I fold my top set. I don't.
Yeah. This is the second to last hand, I believe.
Yep, we always end in a bomb pot, so we're looking for that next hand. We don't see the straddle. Uncle T with 4K now in his stack, and he's picked up 2K since he came back up. So he's even.
8 makes it 10.
He's even now. So
4
Bones with the aces. This is not even fair.
Last hand.
But he's
aces.
going 3. He's going. It's going multi-way here. 7-8. I'd be worried about 7-8. Of course, that gives Prestige a gutter here. 6-3. So backdoor combo draw for Uncle T. I don't expect him to hang around. That would have been good for Uncle T to give him.
It would have, yeah.
As it is, the problem here for Bones is Prestige could have all of that. 8-5, 7-5,
in his range
8-7
for sure.
So, although the pot's not big at all,
Yeah, Bones is definitely going to raise here.
he's got to know where he's at right now. If he gets re-raised, I think it's a laydown, right?
It's an
I
instant
don't know.
call.
I don't know. I just, yeah. Well, I mean, Prestige always calls really fast.
Pretty clean card for Bones, actually.
Bones
Unless
should
it
be
was
checking
King
this.
8 or something like that.
Oh, I thought you were here making. Yeah, I know. I was like. So Prestige wisely checks there. I don't think there's an amount that he
he's
could
gonna
call.
let this go.
He could jam, I guess.
I bet it
That would be sick.
It would be sick, and it would work, probably.
You would have to think it works. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure you got the pack first, so I didn't get mixed up.
So that works if you do that? You're in the pot? Oh, someone else did?
All right, this will be our last hand, I believe, and it's going to be a bomb pot here. I do see $2 out there, but I think we'll need to let him know it's a bomb. I think it's a bomb pot. Right? No, it's not a bomb pot.
Final hand.
Tip jar.
Yeah.
I'll take
Put
it.
shit in there. It's like, oh, okay. It must have 20s in here.
Is that actually a thing?
And it's like tip jars at restaurants, they stock them before.
They've been fooling me this whole time.
He's not the first person of the day just dropped in 20.
That is true.
King, Queen for Bones. Catboy's got jacks. So some real hands here on the final one.
People like this fucking guy.
Come in.
Oh,
Oh, I got it. Everyone's doing it. I got
See if we can get some fireworks out of this.
Look at that here.
Give us 10. Oh, and that's
Great
it.
play by Bones, right? Everyone calls King Queen.
End it on a bomb pot.
It's true.
Yeah, everyone calls King Queen, but
It's a way overvalued hand.
yeah.
Look, you guys. All right.
To a 3-bet
Ended earlier, taking this out.
or a 4-bet, whatever it was.
25 days.
So nice little pickup there.
25 bomb pot.
Oh, this is the last hand. It's going to be a $25 bomb
okay.
pot. So it's
I thought she had said
he
93.
did.
Okay. So I wasn't wrong.
And all right, so $25 bomb pot. So I don't know if you guys might not think that makes a difference, but those are 5-10 bomb pots, and it's 225. Although we are missing down a couple players, so it just makes the pot size bet.
That much more impactful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, the difference between a $5 bomb pot and a $25 bomb pot is more than it seems.
yeah, it's all right. So we don't have a lot of connecting cards there. No flush draw, and we have spades on the bottom. So 4-5 is the nuts currently. We'll see if somebody has the king of spades. You see Uncle T with 4-3, almost the nuts, but not quite. We got the nuts for optimize on the top with an ace on the bottom, with a gut shot with ace-5, right? I mean,
It does.
that's still a
yeah.
thing, right?
Yep.
But we do see 4-5 by Shua. He needs some run good here. Although he's playing a bomb pot with a straight and he's only got one board.
Yeah,
it
hopefully
sucks.
he can get, hopefully he can get a little back after that.
Yeah,
too.
but
That
he's
was
got the
pretty
nuts
rough.
right now, so a lot of people are thinking, why doesn't he raise that? Because straights don't mean anything really. A lot of times you get quartered. So you have to split the side pot, which is, or split the other half, which is.
Oh, and Prestige has the, you may have already said it, but the nut flush on
Yeah,
the bottom.
yeah.
And he gets there. Wow. Not a great card for Optimize on the top. A whole lot of straights get there.
Prestige is like, let me take a peek
Although he's
here.
still good.
The double look. It's pretty strong. Wait, do I really? Now your multi-way Prestige, you only really, and you do. Well, Prestige has got trips on the top, but he's dead to the queens. Optimize has got the nuts basically. Prestige does have the nuts on the other board, and they're all figuring out how to get Shua in there. You see the sizing
Be interesting if
Prestige did?
What's that?
He made it very small, trying to get a third play, because
third
he knows he
player,
doesn't have anything on the top. Although he does have a 10.
He's trying to split someone else's money.
I mean, if he needs to lock me in,
Which,
oh.
And Shua's gonna call that with
Yeah,
a
it's
flush
a pretty
multi-way.
loose call.
Yeah,
Oh, I've seen weirder things.
I am a little surprised, but I mean, pretty safe run out for the bottom.
Prestige is worried about nothing.
Just wanted to make sure. That's why.
Oh, and Optimize, so yeah, they're just going to get it all in and chop it.
They somehow got Shua in there. So
It'll be interesting if Prestige goes small again. Instead, he probably will just pot it though.
No, I like a small bet here, multi-way, especially when you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, but he does have a 10. That plays a role because he could think he's good on both boards, right? Off chance, although the straight got there too, and the flush got there. Optimize has the flush on top.
Well, he has a full.
I know
house.
he has a full house, but I'm saying the flush got there.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wow, he's just all over this board. Yet he's only going to win half the
Prestige has
pot.
the nuts, yeah.
Yeah.
So he does go small. He's trying to.
20,000.
Optimize needs to like take his time. Is like, God, how much is it?
Oh, he
if
goes 600. Okay. Oh, no, he said all in. 1.4.
Yeah, that for that
Oh, okay.
for the stack to pot ratio there.
They.
Optimize is
Schwa
not
may-
calling because
may
he
come
wants the
along, but
third.
I doubt it. Hopefully he can get away from that. Given spades are on board.
Yeah, I like what Optimize is doing here. Not obviously he wants to call probably really bad. He wants to raise if he can. He's probably. I think the move is just to call, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to raise again. Though Shua does have 4K behind.
Well, and I mean, bomb pots can be scary, you know. I mean, there's always a chance somebody could have quad tens.
That's true.
I've seen it plenty of times.
I mean, Prestige's hand is less scary. Like he has nothing to worry
Yeah,
about.
it's absolutely. No
Although because he has a 10, so no one has. I mean, and then he has the nuts. He has the absolute nuts, which Optimize does not have any absolute nuts.
So it goes. He does just flat.
I like it.
Yeah. And now, Schwa is getting a huge price, but he knows he can't call. He would have to hope they're both on the top. Good fold. So they're both going to profit what about
Yeah.
$400 or $500?
Probably our biggest.
Oh, $375. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you those big hands. It's a chop pot. So that is bomb pots. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank Kyle. Thank you for joining us, hopping
to
in
be
the
here.
booth. I appreciate it. Great job as usual. Love the insight. And again, we'll be back. We'll be back here on Thursday. No commentator, but next Monday for our 2-5 game match this stack. So again, thanks everybody for joining. Have a good night.
Well, you didn't want to let me have it.